Good morning, guys! It's time for your morning latte. I sound like I'm losing my voice. Maybe I am. It's because I'm sleepy, dude. Please don't crash again. Okay, thank goodness. So today we gotta really focus up. Because we have a lot to get through. Let's see. How do I start this? So, from last week, when I said I was gonna do the story, I mean, not last week, I guess from Tuesday, because that's the last time I streamed and thought about streaming. Ever since Tuesday, I've been thinking about how we are gonna do the story, because, historically at least, our story experiences have been kind of slow. Like, I remember, I think when Stormwatch came out, we spent like an hour on just the first, chapter, right? And so I've been thinking about how to condense it, and I've been catching up with the story ever since. I finished chapter 14 actually a little bit earlier before the stream. If I sound tired, because I haven't talked at all today. I've been grinding down the story. But when ARKNIGHTS has words I gotta read. I mean, yeah, but I felt like, how do I say? I'm not the biggest fan of the way ARKNIGHTS is written. I think there's some issues in that regard. And I was wondering, like, I didn't know how much it got better since I last read the story, which is a while ago, like, granted. So we gave it another shot, and I wanted to, like, I figured. Also, okay, sorry, I should probably clarify. The reason I want to read the story this time is because I've heard that the gameplay reflects itself way more in the UI and like the actual experience of playing the game, which is just not the case prior, right? Like, we got a lot of things where like, oh, you gotta save the civilians, and then saving the civilians was actively not a thing that we were doing in the story, right? What they call ludonarrative dissonance, if you will. I hope you could understand and enjoy the story and gameplay of Curve Days. I have no idea what you mean by Curve Days. But I don't even think that's the case, to be honest. I'm not really sure that's the case. I think it's just like, well, I'll get more into my specific complaints with ARKNIGHTS maybe later on. But yeah, well, for now, I'm pretty much caught up with the story. I've skipped some of like the middle areas, and I think, okay, I think the way we're gonna do this is, oh, I think the way we're gonna do this is we're going to like selectively choose what we read. Buy the starter pack, it's only 99 pennies. What starter pack? Echoes of Legends, Divine Reverie. Wait, these are so cute. Wait, these are so cute. I like this one. I like this one. Unfortunately, I'm probably not gonna buy it. This one. These are really pretty. Are you gonna read the whole thing or no? That's what we're getting into. I think we'll read part of the story. Because it takes too long for us to go through it on stream, I think what we'll do is we'll go through it kind of selectively. There's Thorns. There's also Mostoma. Mostoma's my other favorite. Oh wait, no, there's this. Reconstruction Headhunting Pack. Wow. Wow. Yeah, okay. I do want to go through, I do really want some of these skins though, because these skins are really lovely. You gotta read the whole thing. How can I enjoy the story if you don't read it to me? I never learned how to read. Okay, that's the thing, right? ARKNIGHTS has a lot of like branching paths and a lot of different factions and a lot of like interwoven narratives and all that. Personally, I couldn't get into any of the side narratives, right? I know some people really like the intricacy that they go into like for the war, because the current arc is about to be Victorian War. Personally, I found most of the plot lines to be underdeveloped or like not interesting, or like the characters just did not grab my attention at all. And so I think we're just gonna like lock in and focus selectively on Rhodes Island, because I think that way it'll give people who haven't experienced the story more chance, like a chance to like, I guess, like understand a very specific part of it. And also for people who like if you get interested in it, you can like read the story for yourself kind of vibe, right? And this way I think it'll also condense the stream time for us a little bit better, and it'll be a little bit easier for me to get through the whole thing. So that's what we're gonna try to do today. That's my plan. The only concern I have is that most of it will be related to Rhodes Island, because I know we got Monster, right? She is Rhodes Island, right? I know there's like Calcit things, she's part of Rhodes Island. Now this priestess stuff, that's Rhodes Island, right? I don't know how the other factions will play into it very much, but I think that's what we'll do for today. So I hope that works for you guys. Is there anything in particular you wanna like inform me, I guess, that I should be aware about or like read for sure that's not Rhodes Island? You should let me know about that. I think that's it. I think that's pretty much it. She'll listen to you. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But I want to take a look at these skins first, because I haven't actually looked at them yet. I also only have 20 originally prime, but it's okay. This one's really pretty. I think I like this skin a lot more than their other Live 2D one, which is kind of unfortunate because I bought the other one as well. They should offer like a skin refund system. I don't know. This one I'm really into. Logos is very good. I like the way he aura farms. It has a horse. It's a unicorn, actually. Yeah, this is pretty awesome. I like this Mostoma skin. If only it was live 2D. I think I'd like it like 5% more, but she looks wonderful. I don't own Inez. You're made of corn. A little bit. It looks pretty good in this one. I respect it. And then we have these old ones as well. Oh, I do actually want this Horan skin, man. What if we all end it? What if we end it all? Anyway, let's not dilly-dally anymore. It's been 10 minutes since the stream started. Let's begin with the dissociative recombination. Do you guys want to know a quick summary as far as I've understood it? Nah, you're fine, right? You guys are fine, right? Okay, no, we'll go through it very quickly. Basically, what I've gone through so far, the last few chapters are focused on the Victoria arc, where basically I mean, we already completed it. That's good. That's good to hear. Albeit, like, my understanding is probably a little bit, disconnected, disjointed, because I haven't synthesized all the information because I kind of binged it, right? But as far as I'm, like, coherent about, 30-hour total organized lore streams, I'll be honest, controversial opinion, I don't know if I'll get into ARKNIGHTS lore more, especially after reading the main story. I've heard that the main story is, like, weaker than the side story stuff, but I just don't know if like, the writing style is something that I'm going to willingly consume. Does that make sense? Anyway, basically we get the War of Victoria. We have a lot of different factions fighting for the throne because now there's like the throne is vacant, right? And so you have a lot of civil war things going on. I guess it's not really civil war. Where a lot of factions are trying to gain or like to like make a grab for power essentially. So you have a lot of like you have like whatever, man. I'm not naming all the factions because I can't remember them all of a sudden. And so in this like grab for power, you have like how do you say? Synthesizing the information is kind of difficult. I'm trying to figure out like how exactly the different leaders of the factions, like what they wanted to do and plan basically. But there's like, it's a very messy situation, I guess is the best way we could say it. All right. And up to where we are now, it has been primarily focused on the Sarkaz experience because they were very, what's the word? Like discriminated against, and they're trying to rise up, right? In the name of their freedom, I guess. It's hooking me because I've been curious about Doc's past and the whole debacle with Priestess makes it all personal. That's the thing I'm interested about for this chapter, in particular, because I think, like, for me, I played this game because I liked Amiya and I liked the main characters, right? I understand that ARKNIGHTS, thank you for the lovely explanation. You're welcome. We also got to experience some like the past stuff with Amiya's like parental figure, right? We got some really nice moments with W. We got to see the what's it called, Dark Knight's Memoir Squad back together, fighting under the flag of Rhode Island, I guess, once again, in the name of like bringing like or like I don't know, stopping Teresa's or all that stuff. So anyway, there's a lot to digest, and I haven't fully digested it yet, but I guess it's a good time to start as any, right? Good time to start as any? Let's begin. 15. I will also say I think this art, it worries me. Is that okay? What the heck is this simulation space? Extra rewards not unlocked extreme mode. Oh, okay. Alright. Still silence at the last light breaking and the still hours becoming crumbling in harness. The other thing is, I'm probably not gonna voice most of it. I know I make a habit of like literally reading stuff aloud, but for the sake of time, I probably won't do a lot of it. I will do the beginning here, the intro. My immersion. Universe. How should we interpret this word? With mathematics, physics, faith, imagination. We exhausted our minds attempting to define this still unfamiliar word in a variety of languages, and arrogantly claimed to have mastered the true knowledge. Honestly, reaction to the stage gimmick? That is a little bit exciting to me. So why are most of us silent when destruction is so near? You cannot turn back from knowledge. Since we have glimpsed the partial truth of countless fallacies, it is only natural that we cannot retreat into the darkness of ignorance and ignore the advent of the end. I think, perhaps, I've touched on the key to resolving this ultimate question. Use the language you and I created. Chocolate? Indeed. It's time for this war to end, Doctor. The purple flames ignited by that Draco have accelerated the course of the war. Once the exemplars in the Ducal Alliance's troops push onto... That's a word. That's a sentence. Push onto Neslim's final stronghold. Our goal of concluding this war will finally be within reach. But, Dr. Kaltsit, how long will it take for us to cover this short stretch? There's no way to tell, Amiya. Oh, it's Amiya and Kaltsit. That looks good art right there. Yes, sir. That is what I'm saying. On any of this gets as a battlefield record. Someone didn't format this correctly. Lochiana. Originium, bloody origin. We're gonna run this through at like ×2 speed because that's what I said. So we'll do. Yeah, I guess it's ×4 speed. If you want to read it yourself, you can read it. I'm slowly reading it a little bit. Cleric is devout as you. Bishop's face not Pyragori, better land, Lilcautus. Family probably protected her. Blah 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 blah. Risk wreckage. He's dead now. Londinium. Lots of innocent people. No way to save everyone in the war. You to the park on go. Helped us. Yeah, thank you. I found his daughter. I will say the ear on this one is pretty cool. Hi, Mr. Nothing. ×16 a coward? You think we want? You think we can read that ×16? I can only catch up keywords like this. Because I do want to like at least understand some of what I'm seeing. Oh. Dang. The girl died. In Latte we trust. I'm not that crazy. Anyway, now Amiya, sorry. How does Amiya play into this? I guess I can't check right now. Oh, she can skewer it. Okay. I think I heard someone was for discrediting. I guess see the finest bird of light. Haven't too often lately. Basic summary, bunny girl died. Yep, no worries. We got that. Time, let's go confront Teresa's. Doctor? I'll go back and read the whole thing again. No. It's just a matter of how crazy. What does a stasis within a simulated universe mean? Prevent time from you escaping. I probably should have got more water. Information message forward. When a gulf from Teresa did not bulge. Wow! Look at that. A great feat you managed, Teresa. We're in the Originium, a simulated universe. To the tower. Just create a ladder. Onward. Breaks his promise. Will never break his promise. Yeah. Yeah. Did you guys get that? Did you guys catch that? You guys got that, right? Like from oh, hold on. First, since we got that one extra OP, let's purchase one skin. Yeah, let's purchase one skin. Hey. Beautiful. I think Locust is kind of cool. I think he aura farms a little too often. Funny guy though. I forgot to equip it, so give me 1 second. There we go. You got it 4 days ago? Got it? Alright, sounds good. I'm trusting you guys to keep up. Just like Ludwig spelling at me all over again. You say that like it's a bad thing. And death shall have no dominion. Hey, we're here again. Alright. I will say... Is it too controversial why I say stuff now? Oh, it's just story first. New redundant information. Be a god, dead silence. What was that? Oh, it's Ascalon, okay. Does she always look like that? Skilled, walks over smoke, it's time. Okay. And now we're in. Alright. I remember this place. Hey, it's him! The will inside Originium. You hide in the void gazing upon me, trying to crush me with the memories of that treasure. What do you fear, creator? I can't believe he's on the allied side. You think he'll also die? You know, like sister, like, dang, never mind. He's kind of goated. He's replayable Teresa soon. I don't know. I kind of hope he dies. I know it's a common complaint. Oh, Ascalon. You'll survive? I always wanted to stand before you again, Master. A shame. You are not her. A bully? Maybe a little. I don't know. I was thinking, in chapter 14, they definitely teased a handful of deaths, like playable character deaths, and then they just kind of like didn't go through with it. And like, I'm not saying that they should die. Oop. The shield broken. I'm not saying playable characters should die, but it is also like, oh, the way that they built up to it feels like they feels like they should have died, and it feels like kind of a fake out that they didn't. But so I have a little bit of a qualm with that. It's from his POV. I know. I know it's just from his POV. I'm just saying it's a little bit funny. You might last much longer. A little slower so I can get a bit more. Use the land. Should require the sarcasm against fate. Did you think you witnessed me cower? God, who plays this game? Did you think I would submit to sentiment? You don't know me, and you don't know the sarcasm. Look upon my sword, Ascalon. That's not Ascalon. What's this? Oh, I can't read it. Yo, he's got clothes. What? Only one? It's kind of funny that they made him a cute little chibi sprite, even if he never becomes playable. What does the stats look like, actually? Never mind. Should have known. Whatever, I guess. Not like I needed to know. Look at that eye. Gazing upon.
Mission accomplished.
Boss in IS5, this is the same straight. Well, I have not played IS5, unfortunately. Ignore what I said then. Alright. Gold sea above, platform. Vanish Ascalon, there's images of me. Wasn't able to save you. Ascalon has some pieces. I've received data. Can't how many works. No one's on the secret squads directly. See splits open. Ascalon how your wounds healing up. Manfred. Teresa. See data within the first Originium. As it stands now, what is stage of success? I said we weren't gonna skip this part, what didn't I? I said we were gonna read this part, didn't I? Sorry, my bad. Let me real quick read a bit more. Teresa true motivations. Okay. Develop so far is going to passive experience in the current situation. Help us to do anything? Not at all. Worst case scenario, they fail. One last chance to buy Terra, a brief moment of respite. Spite? Dr. Manifest reasons, tell us quickly. This must end. Move! It's gonna instantly dissolve in a purple mist, scattering amidst the flash of blade before reforming again. Shields with all its might! Hey! You look different. You put yourself in the predicament. Your Highness. Fulfilling his end of the bargain. You kind of see me very good. He looks nothing like the mess you know. You grew vivid gleaming crystal. Ananam. You two step foot in the void. You witnessed her departure. You know how the heavy price Sargas paid for this, and yeah, you never believe the Sargas had any rightful claim to it. Isn't right, Dame Calcit? Spiky boy now. Yeah. I mean, I personally like having an eye, having two eyes is kind of nice personally, but if he doesn't agree, you know. At Virginia level, just what has he been through? Chaotic information can use rapidly corrupt his will, carries away until the power body is fully recorded in another format. How much longer can he hold out? It's strength by using that long. It's kind of interesting to me that Originium is like it records data. It sounds like. Mine's still clear. Quality seat committee noble glove for Altera. Bitter irony. Walking the river past the tube. Entire underground throne begins to shift. Path by which you entered is now gone. Hole sealed and lower layers refilled. The place begins to new guy. Assimilates her art, something she'd never experienced. The rarely seen pain look on his face. So much like her. Adapting to and studying. The more he's exposed to it, the more chaotic data streams will impact him. First Originia, if the authority sees by force cannot possibly hear this come from creative, there's a chance. Just trust me. Oh, I remember this. Never forget how you felt in this moment. You nearly lost Amiya. You felt torment, jump, illumination rushing through your mind. I'm slowing down, but you feel the Originium you control. You have a chance as long as you can remember everything that happened. If you can do that, you can stop the Originium. Do the rest of the curved path. Don't worry about me. Protect the doctor. The doctor's the only person out of ever who can stop. Opens claw to protect you. The surging Originium is full of dead water that's laying still on the surface for ages, misleading your mask. It's hard to see the road ahead. Looking through the my waist, cutting you forward. This conflict ended long ago. Teresa, there's no place for us in the Skarka's future, but your future does not lie here either. Pushing towards the end of the battlefield. Go to a safe place and wait there. Back to Casdell. Teresa has scuttled off to a safe place. You don't gotta make big decisions for me anymore. Is everywhere all at once, just waiting for an opportunity. I'm still fine. Sorry. Restricting his arms, eyes, even thoughts. Forces himself to remember one goal to bury everything here. Last shred of sanity is saying who's finally safe. As he wants to service saying racing for Starcast one final time. It is interesting that we start with the end of his life. Have you ever looked up at the sky? Beyond that sky, far beyond the twin moons, there's a place where he'd once returned to, where we'd sleep peacefully. I'm the only one left, here speaking with you. The course of the Starcast is eternal search for the remnants of the dead gods to find your enemies. Have you ever wondered, why did those gods die? A fleeting vision of the gods before they died, for the pain you bear. I understand you have passed away, but the only one left, I'm speaking to you. Return I'll destroy you, I'll build a ladder for Starcast. And twist to give us we reclaim our own destiny. One thing, okay. I think this is a good place to complain. I really am not the biggest fan of the writing style where you ask a question and then you don't answer it. Not even like subtextually. I don't know. Why did the gods die? And it's like, I saw them die. It's like, okay, but that doesn't answer the question, right? And I feel like the intent is to create a sort of what's like the word? It's supposed to like provoke thought, right? Like to make you question the higher order of things. But I also sometimes feel like it's not very necessary, and ARKNIGHTS uses it like a little bit more often than I would consider like I don't know, it uses it enough that I feel like it kind of loses its weight a lot of the time. But if you guys like that, that's okay. I'm just saying my personal complaint. I was very bright, layer by layer, missed a gleam of the sword. You think you see monsters huge, probably blocking your view. Moment you lost Amiya, or almost lost Amiya, you just remember how you stopped it all. You did it. Priestess! What? You told us we had only one chance to strike. You really have slowed down a lot. The tears of hell are as old as Ascalon with determined look in her face and tears in her eyes. Infant traces the throne with all her strength. And his sword falls to the ground. Lying in the shallow water reflecting the dim light. This is the end. Not let him touch it again. Teresa touches the blade. Drop him stress. There's no blood. There's no warmth. All that's left is a few shatter crystal shards. Finally found your conviction. It stopped beating a while ago. I've repaid my debt. Take it. I don't know, man. You didn't repay your debt. You kind of killed too. Like, I don't know. Dying yourself isn't really paying your debt to the suffering that you caused. That's my personal opinion. I am Manfred and Kazan go home. I'll stay here. I cannot let Sarkaz know my fate. Logos' elegy for the Nachrizeh. His war ended just before mine. I was able to gaze upon the true face of the gods, and the regard I was unable to completely defeat you. He may have bought Terra a moment's respite. In preparations, then he'll reign here. No one starts and no one finds him. Nom belongs to Kazdel. It must return to Kazdel. Sarkaz inflicted on Lindane was about to start a new wave of hatred, leave it to an even darker nightmare. Kazdel must take a measure to protect itself. Go Kazdel together, much will have to use nom. Anything to discuss? I'm not here. We use nom to leave this place. Sorry. Not responding to me. It's responding to her though. Seal patches reopens. It's assaulting her thoughts. You can't keep using this thing haphazardly. Gotta think very hard about how to use it. Her eyes are a bit blurry. I'll go with you. I respect his wishes. Don't need witnesses end. Escalon realizes that the frail countess she once found in the wilderness has grown up. Go home together. Doctor? I'll stay here to protect you. Reason longer threat, I'll wait for you outside. Good talk, guys. You didn't fear death? You can't kill me. Such a prideful stance. Voice is hoarse. You're forcing yourself to speak with me. Then you won my respect. You're more determined than I thought, but you're on a suicide mission. Your here's in the eyes of sarcasm, but why are you laughing? Laughing at you? You know nothing. What'd you find? That's my secret. You have no right to ask. Yeah, alright, buddy. Rose Island belittled Rose Island's yearning to heal the wounds caused by Originium, yet it's so ironic. Ha ha ha. And then you find that right monster is you? Then what will you do? I will not live to see that day. You and I never really did get along. If so then, as it is now. Trying to find something. Because the breastplate wounds left by Escalon. Then he finds the stone blade that he always carries. Calm down. Just trying to throw you the blade. It's Escalon's. You are not worthy of witnessing my end. I would love to disrespect the dead. We're directly with the throne room on the lowest throne terror of the region. The Sarkaz accepts his fate alone. Victorian throne, blah blah blah. King of London said, Victorian records, leader ultimately Victor is advanced without a trace. Oh man. Another one? This keeps happening. They need to let me remove. Okay, there you go. No, years longer hear anything. Simulated universe. I don't see the wound on his breastplate. Did she just stab him in the side here? Consciousness comes to rest beside a lonely monster. He feels more calm, peaceful than he has ever felt in life. Has the use as well as the future. While exhausted, he appears his eyes white bright emerges in the darkness. He insists that you know the parting words she left for you. As Teresa left with the myriad souls, she heard your voice among the many who called out to her. Her time has finally come to an end. Goodbye, Teresa's. His field of vision grows ever darker, then he has visions of voice a long time ago, as soon as it first appeared. Goodbye, Teresa. He doesn't need to hold out any longer. He flashes a slight smile and allows the last wisp of consciousness to dissipate. The light dispels the darkness. The light brings forth the darkness. When the light pours into his eyes once more, the time seems to have gone backwards, back to the moment before the collapse. You are lost. Who speaks to me? Is this his past now? I don't know if we want to read through this today. Let's skip through it a bit. Come seek me. It's a little rabbit. Cool. It's good to see you again. I'm a little bit hoping not all the things are that relevant, or as relevant as it was before, as this chapter. I'm hoping it's just this one. But we'll see. Everest combat build difficulty is available now. F here to enter Everest combat. You can directly enter Everest combat in the beginning simulation. This is the only simulator blah 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 consumed. Standard combat sync up, and the first clear was to also be deployed in. Also, strategic simulation unlocks. So you can take on simulation points. So basically, the idea of it is that you can. Do both challenge mode and regular mode at the same time. Wander, stay where heaven and hell shall leave thee free to the universe of destiny. There's only 2 enemies. Oh, recommended operator level 20. Okay, let's. Surely it can't be very hard then, right? Cool. Now you guys know how the Sarcas King died. I mean, not Sarcas King, not really, but do an adverse. Okay. Confused individual. She can hear us. Responding to me. Stops walking. Oh, robot thing. Don't understand what you're saying. Language. I can understand you. Are you God? No. Surely not. Ray distorter. Wow, that's cool. Sorry, guys. Fears unnecessary. Light of Dying Star. Universe. Admin perversions confirmed. Unlocking restricted access product PRTS repaired. Audio log 422. Date unrecoverable. Play log under development area. Subject Calcit. Video? Oh. Hope seem dim. How will I manage myself? Playback fair finishing. Want to access the next one? This one's called BP. I have no clue who Alana is. Warn me. This is Rose Island, but it's characters I don't know about for Rose Island. And we're now with the Ursus gang. They're drinking and stuff. What else? Talking about the doctor. Vow to protect you. I can't from Ursus. Oh, so it's preparing for us to go to Ursus, huh? It's a radical report. Assignments you're not full prepared yet. There's other logistics tasks you can choose. Hey, AV Rector. We're kind of speedrunning a little bit. Field collaboration. Avoid. Ursus still patrolled. Someone else can find me. Gummy's eating and she's hungry. She's not hungry anymore actually. Going on a trip. Cookie's too warm. Kyobi's gonna eat a tummy. Kyobi's gonna eat a cookie and a tummy ache. But ARKNIGHTS testing the ARKNIGHTS X Limbus collab. That's pretty awesome. But which side are you from? Are you from the ARKNIGHTS side or the Olympus side? Everyone's realizing back during the pretense of a mission. I see that now. Let's see. That's interesting. Fallen Nick, take it easier. I haven't seen Fallen Nick in ages. Both are more Limbus currently. I see. I've heard some good things about Limbus's story, but I have no time. Comparisons for colleagues. Points files. Oh, hey, Points works now. Have you seen the collab trailer? No, I actually haven't. I've been kind of busy lately, so I've been kind of locked out of everything that's been happening. The only thing I've been caught up to is ARKNIGHTS' story. And only the main story. We also haven't seen Savage in a very long time. Time really flies, huh? We haven't really changed much, huh? Tasty care of yourself as well, huh? Field assignments, yep. Righto, keep the lights on. Oh my god, these two! We're all adults inside. We're now, we hope together again. Oh my god, her! Uni Constitution, crystals, or she's got Originium. One bell tower, bells tolling again, blah 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 blah. Different kinds of medicine, or contracted neuropathy. Kind of unfortunate to be a doctor, it seems. That's a lot of points, huh? Money bags all around. I'm gonna see if I can code a what do you call it? Gotcha system. I'm not gonna do like would it be really funny if I never did anything with points and I only made it as like a gotcha system where you could just like roll and spend your points and that was it. I think that'd be kind of funny. In the name of a miracle. Full Dream Machine has treasure computer module destroyed by Originium. Unfortunately, long exposed bever can that operators who aren't even thirsty at all. Thanks, little guy. What can I do with points? Nothing yet, but maybe you can gamble in the future.
I am at your command.
No, I think you can give points, actually. I think there's a function to give points. You know, if you feel like you have too many points, you can always give them to someone else. Kind of vibe. Just a chill guy. He's a little chill. Oh, I want to see Logos' new skin. Pretty. I like how you're all checking your points now that you have it. Now that the options available to you. Gamble? I haven't made the gambling function yet because I don't know how, but I'll have to like, I'll figure it out. That's something that I was gonna gamble on. You guys are crazy. Just a little insane. Wow, that's pretty. Look like binary star. They're just dying when they enter his range, huh? Look at him spinning that thing. I wish I could do that. That's a pretty skin. I'm very excited to see Mizelzi's. Marjar's. Can you guys spin your knives? If you had like a butterfly knife. I want a butterfly knife actually. That seems kind of fun. Although I imagine I would probably hurt myself. Maybe not. Everyone's leaving Rhodes Island. Everyone's leaving Rhodes. Ooh. That's nice. Depth of Abyss, blah 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 blah. Enemies have increased movement speed. That'll hurt. Da 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 da. Break of the Abyss, 15-4. Oh, there's no story for this one. Bonkers. How long is the story for this actually? I'm a bit curious. I'll just look very nearby, didn't get arts damage to surrounding units. Alright, like surely. You know what? We're just gonna do that for now. I can't believe we're fighting ourselves in Rhodes Island or something. I'm not really sure what the stage locations. Like, I feel like right now it's a little bit confusing of where this takes place in the story. Sorry, I'm just admiring him again. Wow, what a nice skin. I really like big flowy capes like that. I think Thorns has it too. Oh, look at Thorns as well. Because Thorns also looks good. I guess most of ARKNIGHTS has this kind of like flowy cape thing going on, huh? Maybe not bagpipes, but a lot of them. Whatever it is, visual effect for his skin looks really good. All right. Oh, now I get plot. The right to freeze data will not be treated like the other robots. Please restore my power supply. You blocking access to PRT's data. How are you? You're reckless. It's like a blurred vision. Another choice. How you discover something. Most of the errors are caused by human error. Operational mistakes made by team members. This again. Access systems are being deployed as quickly as possible. But framework is below a new zoot. Doctor, calculating information. Amia and me. Blah 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 blah. We don't have much time yet left. Sorry, what's the thing I pressed? Seamless switch to new terminal combat system. No way to place PRT's current role in Rosanna daily operations. I've thrown for 4 times, yeah. PRT's underlying logic. What is nom 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 nom. You're totally familiar with nom 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 nom. I also like her outfit now that she's taken off her jacket. Although I think I like it with her. I think I like her outfit with the jacket fully zipped up more. Everyone was surprised when they first got here. Found the company quickly. You see the ship is deserted as of now. Personnel regional offices. Not used to having to say goodbye. Schedule's packed. Leave the voice recordings of the late logs. Every decision matters. Want to guarantee safety. Got to the ship structure. Segregation on port resources. Self questions. Dismantle the vast majority things. Guarantee system control. It will only accelerate. If it's out of the controller, who's it taking orders from? I trust Keltit, and we've rehearsed hundreds of contingency plans. That's cool. Power systems on the lower deck. Issues. That's rewarding system, partially coded with models. Or that is just easier. How come in? I didn't see that. No case things with propaganda, so Edna because she's too lazy to design capes. That's really funny. I love capes though. I want a cape myself. I've been watching To Be Hero X and Queen, my god. Her hero outfit doesn't have a cape, but her casual outfit has a cape, and my god. In I think it's like episode 20 something. There's like a point she's just walking and then oh man, okay, sorry. I think we should watch To Be Hero X, guys. I think To Be Hero X is a really good show. I very rarely watch shows and I even more rarely recommend them, but this one is really banger. To hide your tracks, major changes, refit and upgrade. You gotta do things secretly so people don't help us, so people don't find out major things. But you gotta work with other people to do lots of things. Gotta establish backups and whatever. Yeah, this part I think like is a little bit redundant because I don't really feel like we need to know all the information of specifically where we're going to do what, but it is nice to see that they are tacticianing together. I love Hero X, but it's in Chinese. Are there no subtitles online? Abyss. Never told you what it really means. It's inextricably linked to you. Didn't go to the deeper parts. Not sure what changes could have happened. Probably related to the Abyss. I haven't the slightest idea. We gotta go investigate. I'll bring the doctor there myself. On me a closure. Could leave. Isolate the things. Contingency plans. 15 days. Full body scans. I'll get it done. The beginning, everything, and end everything. Okay, yells it. Well, let's be careful. This isn't the actual Abyss. Trying, but made very little progress. Yeah, why are we on a stage? Like in the background. Speaking of memories, is some of that a joke? Or maybe the floor is transparent too. Wow, like you see it, like the checkerboard looks like a PNG. I've gone to my mission. Wow, I remember this one. Destroyer of this land. Calculating convoy, no reason to. The true nature of the Abyss. Is Priestess here? That's why he chose to leave closer out of this conversation. I don't fully understand either. You'd have to prepare for it anyway sooner or later. It's more I'm not particularly fond of Chinese intonation. I know they have a Japanese dub as well. That's not if that's the issue you have. And like a lot of the cast for the JP dub is really goated. Right? Like X is voiced by Mamoru Miyano, right? And then like Tekken Li Ning is voiced by what's his face? Natsuki Hanae, right? It's a pretty all-star cast if you prefer JP. Yep, everyone's working together. We gotta find out what's happening in PRTS. Felt a bit uneasy about what's to come. Maybe she's already awakened when nom. Right, that's 3 years ago. Blaze out the perfect word. Sounds like we would open the abyss. This is a cool song. Lead the abyss to me to be true trusting, that is. Wait for Linkley to get a JP dub too? Dang. I think Hero X's JP dub is running alongside the CN dub, so I think you should be able to find up-to-date one. You meet again, looks like you need my help. Please search a technical document. Are you still there? I'm here. Not output the answer you're looking for. You've crossed the line. We need it, Teresa. Evolution of Earth is accelerating and the threat from Originium is increasing. Or, Rosetta must have more effective to respond to it. It violates the underlying logic of WIB 211E. But I did waste its limits. Deep dive. Or deep diving into the dark web. Deep dive is beyond my imagination. Okay, sorry. It's also bothering me that. Oh no, it depends on where I click. Never mind. I was gonna say it bothers me that. No, you know what? This does bother me. Why is it that when I hold to do this, it's on the opposite side of my cursor, or like my where I click? I feel like it should be the same. As a member, English is a tool. Nesta, anger for thought. Reincarnation, is that how you communicate? I understand you. As find answers before how can a god die? I guess that's why they asked the question earlier. On mobile, we block by your finger. I guess. I don't know. I just think like it's like for me, it's like when you use a controller and then you have like reverse camera movement, right? So the camera moves opposite to where you are moving your joystick. I think it's really confusing that way. That's just me though. You can call me a hater, it's fine. Intrusive call appears to voice enemies and weakening nodes and activates weakening nodes. Reduces opposing voice of defense and res after activation. Sorry, I just have like very specific like tiny complaints, I guess. I like going through the story, but it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. There it is. Voice enemies from here. Watch for Originium, don't let it get close. Hey, helper, don't go any further. The robots. Oh. I'm getting strange commands in the terminal's combat interface. What does a strange symbol mean? PRT's process reset. Threat detected. Identifying target. Begin to haunt deployment and prepare to eliminate threat. Dang! What do you mean they get to deploy stuff too? That's messed up. How did this maintenance helper get here? Instructor Doberman. Calling back up. Reverse access is archaic and barbaric. I'm glad someone agrees with me. Although ARKNIGHTS PvP, I've always wanted ARKNIGHTS PvP. We're getting attacked by drink machines. Good thing that PRT's hand is really slow. PRT doesn't allow dangerous things without authorization. PRT is bypassing permissions and deploying enemies to marked locations directly. These are by playing our own operators at these locations in advance, like this. What are you gonna do about that? The clenched fist. It's funny. Hi, threat target identified. Modifying command read has been complete. Do you think PRTs cannot pause the game? Wouldn't that be nasty? I do like a little like meta thing like that ever from time to time. So. PRTs is charging up. Will PRTS use my DP? That's what I want to know. Oh. Consume it to activate lower defense around surrounding enemies. Come that hand thing. Hitting complete PRTs is activating it. It's a weakening node. We can also activate first to weaken the enemy and have a longer duration that way. Cause DP to activate it. Flexible by approach. Can't activate it. Look at them. Look at that fist. Shaking. And we gotta eliminate the rest of the remaining enemies, yeah. Okay, I mean, this is pretty fascinating. Although, what kind of units will be, like, do you think Magallan will, no, Magallan can't be useful because she requires the deployment space. Who else, who doesn't? Who's a summoner that doesn't use, like a trap master, I guess, right? I think all trap masters have to place on Duran tiles. Sorry, I'm just like, it is definitely interesting, I think. Operation start. Different enemies will appear, whatever. I don't even know what the original enemies are. Oh, there we go. Projection. Girl is dead. She thinks about things. She's in the void. She survived. She got fed by ew. Sorry. She thinks about a lot of things. Body temperature rising. Warfarin, did she doze off again? Your throat is badly injured. She slept a lot and she dreamed about that girl. She's got a cattail. Threads, white one representing Teresa. Hiding in fear. Little one. Tell not to worry. Ascalon's in bad shape. Went to isolation zone. Beepy. Logos. I remember him. Bone pen hovers in the air. I didn't realize that he revealed his forearms like this. Goodness. That's really scandalous. Radian. Little Beast. Aegir. These guys. I believe in you. Misery, Stormeye, Sharp have other plans. If anything goes wrong, I'll resolve the issues quickly. Tell them to return to defend the ship. I'm assuming this is a new plot thread that has something to do with something. Oh. Massive skeleton that once appeared during the Chaos of Victoria. Awkward. Oh. Whoa, that's cool. I've never seen that before. Closer said something about PRTS and I should have read that. Whatever. Do you guys know that lower rarity operators are easy to promote? Do you guys know that? I am appreciating the stronger emphasis on Rose Island this time. I can't place anything there. Whatever. But it is a little bit difficult now because in the last arc I can at least kind of tell based on which characters are around who's gonna be more relevant and who wasn't. Just that, yeah, why not? Might as well. I will say this hand thing is a little bit annoying. In like a good way, because it's interesting. I think our guy's gonna die though. Yeah. All good happens. Although the map being smaller is interesting because it's not something we usually get. We don't usually get smaller maps in this game. Moving PRTs gets even more annoying. As long as it doesn't get faster, I think we're fine. As long as it's not fast, I can manage it. What's she pulling it out? Still behind with how suspicious his agents are about death. I'm not sure what you mean by that, actually.
Mission accomplished.
I think it fits the vibe. But I genuinely don't really know what you're trying to say with that. I do not want Karu. Whoa, we're only on 15.6. How many stages? Hold on. Surely it'll tell me, right? Offboard checklist. 18. No, 20. I set aside 3 hours for this. You think we can get through it? Oh, my bad. Only been an hour, it's fine. 20 or 21? Yeah, okay. I might speed through it a little bit more. Just a little bit. Although I'm already like skipping parts that I think I should not have skipped. If you skip story, you can. That's only I don't know if I want to skip like the story though, you know, because I think it's kind of relevant for what we experience. You must not skip 15.7. Or sorry, 15.17. My bad. It's before that. Before that is like setup, right? I'll skim through it. I think is what will happen. Just like a little bit more than we have been. Let's do this. Hello, what are you doing there? Hello? Not doing anything. Well, whatever. I guess it's not my problem. Also, I like how I said earlier, oh, the map's getting smaller, huh? But no, it's now it's large again. That's still so pretty. With like the gold all around it, that's awesome. There sure is a lot being spawned in though. Logos is kind of awesome. I will say though, so far, I am kind of surprised that there's a lot of the old operators showing up again. Mostly considering the fact that, like, how do I say, ARKNIGHTS has a big cast. And so the fact that most of them are still around is kind of bonkers. Logos makes me wanna... Yeah? What do you think about Logos, Laris? Wanna share the class? Has all the elite operators show up? It's cool. It is cool. It's nice that they are not forgotten yet. They've recorded the ship, some targeting missions, someone each year. I'll skip this actually because I don't... How do I say? This isn't what we're here for. Background. Let's go with Amiya. Surprise face. Give it a few tries. Blah, blah, blah. Arranging defenses, yes. Don't worry when I think about logos. I can't say it in the family-friendly channel. Incredible. Maybe this time that became a little different. Oh. Ever since Kelsa's latest awakening, Monster's been on her side. Monster's companion, the symbiote she personally guides, and more importantly, herself. It's a cute song. I wish to become family friends with logos. Family friends? Are you sure you just don't want to be part of the family? I feel hopeless. It's very pretty art. Ancients overthrew the overrule of the elders, and I'm also pleased that Lugazar, the new important new civilization, made points out of arrogance, but I've also regained my confidence by making dear friends. Doesn't mean you can always walk alone. I found my home towards island on this great land. I filled her expectations of monster. I've learned to love. I found myself. You learned to love? One step at a time, Latte. Okay, I'm just saying, it's not bad to start set a big goal. Wraps tail around Kelsit. I must protect Ami and the doctor. I must protect the true variable here, the future I cannot even glimpse. Can I been a break with my limitations? Ami I can't of that. Trace and I are certain. Oh right, yeah, no, of course. Yuri. She's telling me after all she's grown to lead her own eyes. Words of behind mind about born of the dead, blah 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 blah. Better memories or my history of mysteries have been wasted time, not special at all. Important info in the monster's spine. How come I fear most does come to pass? One I will at least want to stand more for the Dr. Pranamia. The directive and the basic behavioral strategy matrix. I just found my Mr. Rhode Island's terrorist first outpost against the crisis. I'll be fine, I'll safeguard. When will we get when will monster evolve though? That's what I want to know. Gotta happen sometime in this chapter, right? Alright. 15-7. Moment of truth. I don't really want to bring even hold actually, so let's bring Amiya. It's important to bring your daughter when you're going on family trips, that's what I think. Yeah. I put my heart and mind for you. Go girl. What does she see? Looks like there's other memories too. Why are they so blurred? Are you lost? She's learning to use her powers. She awaits us. Breaking through the matrix again. Me? You quickly understand what I mean. Wow! Civilization singularity. Mathematics. Why is mathematics so important to them? God. All my homies hate math. This is a joke, by the way, for legal reasons. As your past, your visions of an unfamiliar era. The origin of slug egg. Shiny stones. Sure, I'll listen to your story. I say, skimming through it. It's an infection, hard to remember everything. I don't forget them. I do long for that kind of life. Perhaps it'll be more beautiful. What now? Deep dive. She can't break through by herself, but you can. We could build a bridge. The knowledge. Destroyed mind means death. So we gotta be careful. Little rabbit again. You gotta be we gotta read a lot about the girl, as the game says. Okay, actually, sorry. I don't mean to complain about Arknights again, but I saw on Reddit people are talking about like word counts for the stories, right? Like for chapter 14 especially, I know a lot of people are discussing how it's like, oh, it's the longest piece of media that Arknights has ever pulled out, right? It's like a 500-page book, like sorry. The thing is, oh, it's like the longest story Arknights ever put out, like 500-page book, right? But then I also saw people saying that it was rushed, and like to an extent, I can understand that as well. Complaining a lot, my bad. But it's also like, for me at least, it's like, dang, 500-page book, and it's not even finished. It's not even finished, right? Like the entire Victoria arc is a war, and I understand that you want to go into depth about it as like the writer, and you want to like weave a lot of different plot threads together, even if they're not like fully realized. But it's like, dang, like dang, I don't know. It feels a little bit bad as a reader to not have your to like put in all that effort and still not be fully rewarded and have to wait. Trolling, sorry, hold on. Let's try this one more time, shall we? Yeah. Sorry, I was just thinking about that. Like, chapters 9 through 13 are just like I don't know, set up for the big conclusion, which is fine, right? But dang, that's a lot of pages of like writing it to read. So I would hope that they, how do I say? I can respect the dedication to creating a really immersive world in a war, but also like, I don't know, I think it kind of, the narrative can suffer as a result of that. I don't know. That's something that's a little bit unfortunate and disappointing, I think. Anyway, let's log in. Let's log in for real this time. I was worried because I thought these guys would do more damage, but I guess they don't. Anyway. Like, to be fair, I think I have like a similar complaint about like heckin' Honkai Star Rail, alright? But at least Arknights is interesting, that's all I can say. Let's do that so you don't get the thing, so I can see the hand crash out. Goodness. And I do something like this. What are you pulling out now? Flying thing. Why is this? Sorry, this lineup of drones is kind of funny to me, and I can't explain why. It's okay, that's what we have thorns for. If thorns would aim properly, so maybe not. I'm mad at Arknights isn't voice would be such a heavy story-driven read. I don't think, like, for me, the voiced thing isn't really an issue. I think what's more of an issue is, like, the way that they tell their narrative. It's just very dense, right? But, like, not... Oh, oops. I didn't even notice that one. But like it's dense in a way that makes it not enjoyable sometimes. All right, like for most of the like the horn bagpipe like Dublin storyline, I kept falling asleep. Like I could not stand it. I kind of hated it. All right, I don't know if that's something you guys feel as well, but personally, I didn't like that storyline, and every time it came up on the screen, I was like, man, back here we are. All right, and I think sometimes this kind of writing fits well, like with like the Teresa, right, and like our characters who have relationships with Teresa and how like that is handled, and I think that can be really well. But I think also it's like for some plot lines, like I don't know, man, I don't really like that. You know, personal complaint. Also because like because it is mostly dialogue, a lot of it ends up feeling like pointless platitudes because it's spoken, whereas in a book you get luxury of like exploring more with like scenery, environment, right, like with unspoken action, right? You don't really quite get as much of that in a visual novel, and dialogue tends to be kind of annoying to write anyway. So and do you see that, Amiya? A familiar figure. Oh shoot, keep building that bridge, girl. Stabilize the connection points. Trace and mark all the records. Duck out the accounts of linking them all together. Leading every point. They can get me back. She'll keep watching. Serve as anchor. Press on. I do think also having the story be voiced would lower the word count like significantly. Pink silken threads begin to gather. The meandering threads interweave and spiral, gradually spreading out from the boundary into the distance. Past singularity slowly takes shape. It's working. Originating arts doesn't work here, but applying the logic behind casting them, the information here does. Do you build the bridge using completely unknowable information? Like has to access left records, and with Teresa's help, I can guess on the research data. That's more than enough for me. This is a little bit abstract for me. Path forward forms that you tell your feeling. It should hold, trying to get closer to singularity. Let's do our best. Good luck, Amiya. Oh, there it is. We get closer to the denser the information will become. The greater distance deeper we go, we come up with a plan. Can't maintain the stability of the bridge. Block out blah 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 blah. Touch the singularity, can't control our breathing. Oh, whoa. That giant sphere is it disintegrating? What am I seeing? Feeling over sort of information. I got you. Man. This artist is really good. That moment just now. Singularity takes assault. Lots of information. Long-term perspective is now singularity is right in front of you. I don't know what it means though. Information so you can keep going. With your role situation you're in now, try to shield Amiya. I'll be the vanguard, I gotta lead on what we're looking for. I'm on the calcs on access records, you can read key points from my mind. Perhaps it's a warning. Yeah, like, I think action sequences... I wish they had more weight, but like visual novel issues. Man. But that could have been really cool. It was cool. Sorry, what am I saying? It was cool. I think it could have been cooler. Is that me? Over behind your PTS? I thought you'd gone to take a rest. I've been thinking about your words this whole time. Language can describe God as the existence of God itself cannot be understood. That's my starting point with creating language that can describe God means to understand it. I was not to say you. Of course, in the pursuit of an answer to this question, we have been going down the wrong path to understand the nature of the universe with its own laws. Fully created by us to interpret the universe. Very audacious. Let's begin, shall we? You've seen this woman before in the simulated universe. She accompanied you, but I have faith. Limitations of visual novel. It is limitations of visual novel. I did hear though. Okay, I don't think Enfield will answer a lot of the issues we have with Arknights, but I'm wondering how they will handle storytelling in Enfield, and like surely it'll be better. Originium. And I heard that like the tentative release date right now is early 2026. Latte X Pre-6 Toxic Theory. I don't know what you're talking about. I personally, I'm already betrothed to my blue-haired, I mean, my bluish. God, who do I like actually? Yeah, I actually really like a lot of the blue girls. So, yeah, we'll say blue. we'll say blue. Bluish girls. Priestess is decidedly not blue. Unless? Can I get any closer? Can't say for sure. So that's a beta test. It's pretty nice that you can now voice. You can sit back. Yeah. I think voiced quests. I don't know. I don't think voice quests necessarily mitigates any issues with writing though. A lot of cheating on her blue. Whoa. That's not all, I'm afraid. Or Winefield is pretty weak in alpha and beta. Man. Well, every keyword priestess from your mind, and then you build a bridge. You strengthen the connection. Final release plus DLC. Yeah. Alright, gotta stretch for real quick. I think Arknights also. They've been kind of committed to making like 20 plus stages for every chapter. I think you could cut it down to 12. I think if they did that, the story would be a little bit more fun. A final official. Oh, yeah. You think they'll have another beta test? This is not Rose Island. What's Rose Island gone through? Who's meowing? Formulas. Unit down formulas. There's civilian attacks, so like turn a baseline logic trying to eliminate loopholes. Just memorizing those as you can. That moment when you're trying to cram for a test. Dun 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 dun. We should always know the bridge, but I haven't. You can't restrict them together. And then you leave Sula of Eterna, various space, become one, and then we're back here. Mierda. Where is her home? I can hear dead people. That's kind of the experience of this chapter. Broken echoes.
绿豆汤已经熬上了，想和丽丽分明的，还是可可开花的，就看你回来的速度了。
Okay. Whoa, that's freaky. Hold on. Wait. Oh. Thanks, game. Appreciate it. I appreciate that they're doing like some weird weird stuff with the I appreciate that they're doing weird stuff with like meta things. I can respect that. That's kind of cool. As long as you don't do that again, I'll be fine. Where's that orange thing go? There. Okay. What was I saying? I think also there's a little bit of an issue with what I said. I think like, oh, they just like, if they have the length of the stories pretty much, I think it'd be better. But also, we have the issue of like, being a tower defense, you kind of want to have a lot of stages because like, that's the primary way that people are playing your game. And if you have a unique stage mechanic you want to explore a lot, you kind of need more stages. And so like, I think this like, managing these two aspects is kind of annoying. Something like that, I don't know. I also wish that there was a bit more of a sense of a progression between stages. Because I feel like sometimes we get stages where it feels like pretty much nothing happens in the story, and then we get stages where like a lot happens in the story at once. Alright, but like because of like this like this imbalance, it feels a little bit weird. I don't know, I'm just shouting some ideas that I have in my brain. I'm not a very good story writer to begin with, and I'm not saying that my take should be taken as fact, but it is like things I've noticed for sure. Wait, hold on. There's so many of them. What the heck? Come on, Golden Glow. I wish I had Lapland Altar. There you go. Awesome sauce. I also get the feeling if we condensed the story a little bit more, maybe we could have more story. I don't know though. Decompression syndrome. Yes. Oh. Well, it's a good time to use my stamina potions. Sanity potions, whatever. Decompression syndrome. I haven't trying recently, I think. This is a farm stage, by the way. Thank you for letting me know. I don't know if I'll remember that in the future, but thank you. What was I thinking? I have also been kind of cutting down on the gachas I've been like locked into. I think it was kind of obvious at this point, but I've all but quit Infinity Nikki at this point. I really think the company is doing really bad things with all of their games. So that's not fun. Which is kind of unfortunate because Infinity Nikki has some really good potential early on. It's just very quickly, you know, game of the year to the flop of the year, I guess. I'm also kind of like slowing down on Zenless, and I'm probably leaving Stargirl as soon as I get the new free unit. Which is a good thing for me, because that means I get to focus more on the rest of my life. But it's like, man, I've set up this reputation as like a gacha gamer, and now I'm quitting all of them. Cutting down gacha specifically for Silk Song. Yeah, and I think that's a good thing too, right? Like whoa. I guess I'll bring a sniper. I just realized we just got directly into the stage too, right? Huh. Interesting. There's no start story for this too, and I think that's a good thing. I do think that's a good thing. To not always have story. Who do I want to get rid of? Man. There you go. Yeah, I guess it's, I mean, okay. I say I'm cutting down on gacha, but to be honest, it probably is also so I can like prepare for other major releases. I can play other games I want to play. That's fair. I've never really had the urge to play most finished games, I guess, unless I've had like an external motivation for it. Like heckin', I don't know. I feel like games are a big commitment. And like gachas are usually like within like bite-sized enough chunks that it's not too big of a deal. But also like part of the reason I'm leaving is also because like there's a lot of big name gachas that are releasing in the next year, right? Like obviously Enfield probably next year, but also like there's like a new Hoyo game that I'm considering checking out. Although the pre-release reviews for that one seem to be pretty, let's say mixed. I think mixed is a nice way to put it. Oh. Horn just got deleted from my inventory. That's okay. And now Horn's back in my inventory. Well, speaking, are you gonna play Nexus Anima, the new one? I was considering it, but like I've seen some pre-release reviews for it, and like I've seen some concerning things about Nexus Anima, so I'm not really sure. I'll probably play it to start at least, so we'll do that. Probably on stream too. So I love seeing Uncle Blade play with kids. Yo, whoa! My entire inventory of operators died. Damn, Logos though, dude. Why is this? How is this character real? That's a fun stage. I like that. Sorry, yeah, no. When I was thinking about concerning me was the Nexus Anima. One of them is the fact that like there is very little customization options thus far. Like they have an open beta, but like you currently can only customize one MC. So you're forced in the current beta you're only having one MC, and then even then like options for like skin tones, there's 3 of them, and they're all white. So it's like, well, I'm not really sure about that. It seems a little bit strange to like call this a mostly finished product and like give it to consumers to try. I don't know. I think it's a little bit problematic. And also the fact that like a lot of the character models I've seen for Nexus Anima are like almost reused assets from other games, which also seems kind of concerning. So anyway, I do have some worries about that one. Yeah. Even with Zenless, like I'm appreciating Zenless, but how do I say? The gameplay does feel like it gets a little stale in the future. Like even now I'm getting kind of bored of it. And things like Deadly Assault, for example, I'm really feeling things like power creep, right? Like I guess it's not entirely a bad thing, but it's also like, how do I say? Sorry, like almost died there. Like my Miyabi in one of the Deadly Assault guys that's weak to ice, for the record. She doesn't hit very high above like 14k, right? Like I mean, I haven't tried giving her like a proper full team, but I feel like that's a little bit concerning. I'm not saying that the game should be easy, but I'm saying that like I shouldn't feel it so like clearly, I guess. Like it has an allergy to foreign body features. I don't even think that's the case. Like I think some of their games do that really well, right? Like Zenless is the easy example. Like they've had characters, not a lot, but they've had characters with like very distinctive looks. Although that's like not really a thing now. Like their racing characters are all the same body type. That's okay. I know Genshin's been getting better with this especially, which is I think kind of surprising. like a lot of the Genshins, like Genshin has a new like NPC type now, and a lot of them have like very distinct looks too, which is like genuinely like very surprising. I don't know. I don't know, man. Like even their new gameplay mode, UGC, like the UGC content mode. Apparently the diversity in, how do I say? There's more diversity right now in body, like in like body options, like skin tones, in a like a mini game for Genshin that's not even finished, compared to Exanima, which is like a game that they want to finish kind of vibe. I don't know. Something about that rubs me a little bit the wrong way. Anyway, sorry. Just like things in my brain lately. Because we're getting closer to the finale, they're making it more special. Maybe. I don't know. Like, I don't know, man. I think Genshin's dev team is definitely doing like a lot of good stuff that is just not really present in the other Hoyo games. And like I can't really explain to you why, but I think it's like they're making some genuinely good improvements. So unique, lots of variety is insane to see. That is something I'm really excited about, to be honest. Like, how do I say? I'm gonna go into game dev for Genshin UCC. That's what I think. Yeah. I'm gonna start streaming Genshin Impact. Anyway. That's like several stages where there's no story, huh? Anyway, next up. DP region rate is decreased. That's fine. Yeah, would you guys play my Genshin Impact Roblox game? Would you guys play if I made a Genshin Impact dating sim within the Genshin Impact universe? This Genshin UGC? Although I'm not even sure that's possible. As far as I know, it's primarily focused on like the customizable characters. But I don't know. What's a Roblox? You're right, actually. I don't know what a Roblox is. Depending if I can date Farina or not. Well, you know what? The possibilities are endless. It's just as better than Genshin. I'm sorry, I will have to disagree very strongly with that opinion. Like at this point for me, I really don't know what there is that is to redeem Stariel. I find it kind of insufferable to play. Oh, another one bites the dust. That's okay, we just need to spawn in low. Oh, that's fine. Man! What do you mean by these guys keep dying? Can't believe HSR peaked at Penacony. It is kind of crazy, isn't it? Oh, that guy ignores block. Let's try that again. It's all not let me enter my whole wall. Yes, I get a night waifu. Isn't the case with Honkai Star Rail? I'll be so real with you there. I don't think either game is like that. But I do think Star Rail has worse issues when it comes to... Because I never spent on a gacha. That's... I mean, I'm happy for you, right? I'm glad that you have it. I just think when it comes to like a lot of different aspects, Star Rail tends to be weaker, right? Like if there's something that you particularly like about Star Rail, that's fine. I just think that in general, Star Rail has worse combat. It feels a little bit more stagnant in terms of like I was gonna say customization, but it's more like the ways you can play that game, right? Has it changed to be different? Yeah. I think that's fine too, right? I think there's like very specific issues that Zenless has, right? Because it had to change so much on release. I think it really struggles with like a lack of identity right now. but like, sorry, I was talking about Star. I think Star has a lot of issues when it comes to like. I said combat, right? But I also think the story tends to find itself to be kind of. How do I say it? I don't like the way that they write their story. Alright, and I also feel like, okay, one thing that really makes me mad about Star Rail, like, I will not take any argument on this, and I think it's genuinely the worst part. I hate how badly Star Rail's music has, like, deteriorated in quality. It's been happening in Star Rail right now. They kept They're currently in their 4th arc, Emporius. It's like Greco-Roman inspired, like pantheon of the gods and all that, alright? But yeah, no, like the extent that the extent to which Star Rail's music has gone downhill needs to be studied, I think. Genuinely, how did they flop that hard? I don't mean to be a hater, right? Sometimes I do, but this time, like, oh, turn volume, just look it down. I had really high expectations for Star Rail's music. Sorry about that. Didn't I get a change in music director? That might be the case. I don't know the details about staffing and all that, right? Like that's just nothing I follow. Kokoli on the Trailblazers God Celebration was good. I think the music early on in Star Rail had a lot of promise. I think early, like from release, pretty much from release, the game had some really good musical decisions, right? Like almost everything from Bellobog was really memorable for me. I really like the Embers leitmotif, right? And I really like the way that it kind of like goes. Sorry, I know we're playing ARKNIGHTS. I really like the Embers leitmotif, but the way that it and the way it kind of like carries the progression of like humanity fighting against how do I say fighting against the eternal cold is something that like shows itself through the music, right? But then like starting from like Penacony, you can hear how the music becomes a lot more ambient, and that's not inherently a bad thing, right? Memorable thing with the music towns is probably falling in love with Bellobog combined with the music environment. That's what I'm saying, right? Like the music is so beautiful. Cool. Challenge higher beings into the sarcophagus. Oh my god. Look at the abyss, but an approach with a permission. Yeah. Oh my god. Screaming, we're very alike. Oh no. Another one bites the dust. Sarko has expletive. Alright, blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Countless words. Where are you going? Don't need to go any farther. Going rampant. I sense a mystery. They need reinforcements. We'll find a way through the abyss. Speed reading goes a while. I'm doing my best, dude. I'm doing my best. We do have a deadline we gotta meet. Okay. Oh shoot, I just saw on the top we have many questions. I didn't even notice until I got into the thing. That's crazy. Person interpret the past and future of civilization. A monk sees the revelation from the god. Humans are fighting with possible futures the civilizations do not. At first, they flaunted what little vestige of truth they managed to grasp, and given to converse with the gods. Instead of silence, then we can visit the face of our own kind. Doesn't mean blah blah blah. Revelation: the gods never spoke. The careful novelists have been death is the inevitable end of all creatures' nature. Leave behind the truth of our doom. I knew it was a mistake. Hey, Ducky, it's good to see you. Even up in the game proper now? Yeah, that's crazy. Like them, great people, simply fools smarter than the others. They brought me here. Oh, with Hirda again. Graveyard of Civilization's Memory. It's a pretty cool grave. Broken. It's not broken. My name's Priest. Oh, jump scare. Messing with the actual game UI because we've been using Paradise for auto deploys for so long. Yeah, I think that's really... It does make sense. Okay. If I were to organize just a little bit, I think it's interesting as an idea for our greatest antagonist to be our like greatest helper so far, right? Something that's from like the inside. Although it makes me a little bit wonder what will happen in the future. Like, what will our antagonist be after this kind of vibe, right? Academy as a priest isn't here. That makes sense. Drones have literally attack your squad UI before deployment. Yeah. Hi, Cricket. It's good to see you. That's cool. Fragment the history of blah blah blah, like a dream. I think okay. Also, one thing that's fascinating is that in this like universe where there's so many really unique designed characters, like even this NPC here, Hirda. Priestess looks like a regular girl. She's got bangs, like your average heckin' anime girl, right? She's wearing like a white shirt with a black skirt, just like, you know, so many other characters. Fascinating. Anyway. She's lonely but no pain. A bus by God. Whoa, pretty. Although girl really needs to learn what straps are, because like I think like holding the dress to her chest like that is not very I feel like it's kind of painful and like kind of annoying, right? Like imagine having to like hold your garments to your body rather than actually wearing your garments. I think she learned how to like, get straps to her dress. That's what I think. But she's not like those other girls, yeah. 5 years a day with CC with this gimmick. Oh dear God. Don't say it like that. That gives me a lot of fear. Father Bishop. Doctor, be careful! Cricket is better than baseball. Is a regular girl IMO the regular ordinary looks intentional to feel of unique characters to make her feel more alien and different? Yeah, that's why. That's what I'm thinking, right? There's someone next to her. Like, everything about her seems very plain comparatively, which is like, it's fearful. From here, I can observe everything about your world. You're the second being from a civilization to interact with me. You still love your so-called great land. Really exorable? Is this what concerns you? I'm not sure what you mean. Praise for life and down the will. Death has not overcome you. In the search of an answer regarding the future, we stand now before the answer, one that cannot be described by language. It's also interesting, I think, the concept of using language to interpret, like, how do I say? It's a pretty common thing in like 1984, where like the way that the language that you use shapes your perception of the world, right? And this is like a thing that does exist in reality, where the language that you speak is the framework with which you understand the world, right? Like, you remind me of my physics professor. That's pretty funny. I haven't gotten that in a while, but thank you. I appreciate it. How do I say? Like, ow. Ow, sorry. I was adjusting my position, I kicked my leg. Yeah, so like there's like in certain cultures where language has not evolved to differentiate colors as much as we have now. Like right now we have words for like purple, indigo, yellow, violet, uh green, right? And then we have like more specific words to describe colors within this matrix, right? But then in certain colors there's it's quite common for like green and blue to not be separated, and they're just one color, right? She's going, he doesn't her yappa bag. She goes wild. I hated my physics professor. I'm so sorry to hear that. And so I think it's really fascinating to like extrapolate this concept into being about like the universe, right? The things that we cannot understand that transcend our current understanding of the world, and finding language to do that, to like in order to understand what's beyond our existence. Although I think creating a whole new language for it is a little bit of overkill, right? Like, how do I say? We kind of had to do that for computers, right? Like when we were in the old age. I mean, I'm not a computer scientist. I know very little about computers except for the fact that I learned to code a little bit. But like back in like we had to learn how to process information via computers, and it feels like Priest is trying to say something similar, but like different, because this is like organic being ? Something like that. I don't know. Let me ask questions. He just looked like he wanted to go right out and do his job, not caring whether the students load or not. That's unfortunate. I'm sorry that you had a professor like that. I think professors who want your students to learn are always the best ones. So it does really. I do feel like actually science profs tend to be like that a bit more than the other ones, but yeah. Anyway. But in the colorblind Crayola guy, did the colorblind Crayola guy give you color names, like specific ones? I know made a whole new language just for their album. That's kind of awesome. I think language creation is extremely difficult, and I'm not like well versed in linguistics at all. But like in general, I feel like creating new languages doesn't really end up well, because you have a lot of like cultural nuance that goes into creating a new language, right? You can't you can't really create a language without the culture behind it, kind of vibe. I don't know, something about that. Who needs professional education? YouTube videos, website, and ChatGPT exist. Learn the basics of Python in a matter of 2 days. That's kind of crazy, I think. That's kind of bonkers. 100 101. You're so right, Ducky. Absolutely, by person member, thought it'd be light, but doesn't. Sorry. Back to story. Dark clouds cover the sky, blankly plain darkness. Faint light breaks through the crack in the clouds, looking upon the light, Massachusetts on those passes. Witnessing history. The universe of being on back campus. The blessed ones, pious souls continue to pray, and the mysterious blessing of the universe. High charm is miles better. I can't give my opinion on that. The con of the light, a deals conservatives, downs the enemy for admitting space that belong to them the first moment of sentience. Rush directed the most dangerous weapons to those prismatic sky. Generally accepted all, neither explaining nor fighting back. I followed his determined path, ignoring the agitated souls beneath. The chaos and death had already spawned around them. Do you want to go to the light? Do you want to die again? Deep space, like love and deep space. Once the doom come, she sees only the remains are left of the prepare for the wise man, but unfortunately, the cat is within the gods' hearts and the gods. For myself, veterans of the dark deep space, comments their pursuing the life, where they come from, even the plants and both search upon it. My whole reduce from far away. This is the terror of the fear. I read the best of the truth. Alright, finally I finished the whole chapter in one stream. That's the best case scenario, I think. I don't know where we are right now though. I don't remember what thing we're on. I ended up talking a lot today. The answer, frozen forever, very much like us. Oh, so whatever choice you make, someone's been waiting for me for far too long. Fired administrator, who? Self-module self-diagnosis. We haven't gone to the stage yet, by the way. I kills it. A few days of denying all access requests, lost admin permissions, and did not have the ability to retake PRTS. I need to at least reach 15-17. I want to see your reaction. I'll do my best. We're gonna run as much as we can. Finally, an answer. Dr. Nami already coming help. Purity is looking all of equipment on the ship, including the engines. There's a last chance. Well, now she's waking up. I also think it's kind of funny that like linguist is the one doing all this when linguistics is generally considered a bit of a oh, we're already 512. That's fine. We're like, yeah, like when linguistics is generally considered a bit of like a waste of profession. Not my words, by the way. Back to the train I thought I was on earlier though. Because now that we're in a stage, we can focus more on the other topics of discussion. I was saying earlier how I felt like Star Rail's music direction has changed a lot from how it was, and maybe it's because they changed like a director, right? I wouldn't know, but I don't like it. She wants to be respected as a language. Oh dang, my bad then. I guess I'm only propagating anti-linguistic. What do you call it? Like anti-linguistic sentiment. My bad. Oh, what the heck? Sealed floor. Let's avoid that, shall we? And so like, what's the word? Yeah, I just think Star Rail's music is really disappointing. There's not a lot to say. There's not a single track that I want to like actively listen to, right? Like everything from Amphorius that we've heard is like, to me, so boring. Like, I'm gonna rant a little bit, guys. I'm gonna rant a little bit. I understand wanting a specific vibe for your pieces and your world and your songs, and like ambience can be a really good tool with which to develop this, like, you know, to develop your environment. But the issue is, like, ambience doesn't excuse bad music. Maybe I'm being too dramatic about this, but again, now that I think about it, there is like, okay, I very rarely actively hate music. I think most music has its place, even if it's not for me. Right? Okay, that's not really true. I do actively hate music sometimes, right? There's some K-pop that I actively hate. But like for video game soundtracks, for the most part, I can understand that there's like a purpose. Alright? But that stupid bathhouse theme from Amphorius, every time it comes up in the bathhouse, because we're spending so much time in the bathhouse in Amphorius, I like a little bit, you know, wanted like out of my brain, you know? Like it is okay, it's not that bad. It's just really boring and it's kind of repetitive and it's kind of short. But I hate it with a passion. You think it's bad or not immersive? I think it's boring. Right? I think it's a very simple melody. And the instrumentation feels very raw. Right? I think simple melodies can be fine. Simple harmony can be fine, right? And it has been done well in the past. But the issue I take with it specifically is when you don't put... it doesn't feel like you put in the work to make it sound better. I don't remember, I think I heard too much, I automatically tuned it out. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, I'm really into music, right? Even if I no longer know how to describe how I feel about music, I'm still really into music as, like, conceptually, I guess. And so I was really disappointed by how, like, stale a lot of the music is. Alright? Like, for Amphorius' music, it really just feels like it was spit out in a day, right? They had to make a lot of music, they made it in a day, and there's not too much care put into it. That's how it feels to me, because most of the musical effort for Star Rail, you can really tell it's in the character trailers. And like the boss fights that they have. Right? The boss fights and their character trailers have interesting and unique music, even if I don't think it's good, because I think sometimes there's like structural issues I have with a lot of Star music too, but that's like a different matter altogether. I'm talking about overworld ambient music that you'd hear when you're just traveling and like walking around and like exploring and having fun and, you know, semi-open world things. Star Rail has nothing good about that lately. I hated this HSR because I was like, ooh, you're just trying to space name with the Fuxiao aesthetic. That's also fair. I don't find the Wolfu to be. Oh wait, what the heck? I was wondering like, what's he doing zooming across the screen like that? No, it's PRTS strength. Okay, I see now. That's kind of funky. Sorry. Yeah, I mean like, Wolfu has a lot of like storytelling issues. I think in particular that I really am not a fan of. But like, at least the music is really inspired, right? Plot, whatever, man. People talked about that to death. But the music for Star Rail's Wolfu is at least good sometimes. There's like 3 or 4 tracks from the Wolfu that I'm just like, okay, you know what? This is really inspired. It's really cool. Better be prepared. Don't worry, we gamed. Right, but like, and then like Penacony has some cool music, right? I think the track that plays when you're in the dreamscape and then like the main area, it's fine. Alright? Like I wouldn't listen to it repeatedly, but it's fine. And I think it fits the vibe. And it's like it's cute. Right? But then you have the ones where you're in the like the dark side of the dreamscape, and then it's like mostly just ambiance. But and it's like this like, okay, there's one that has like a chromatic scale that's really cool. And there's another one that doesn't have it, and I think that one's really boring. Does that make sense? I think you want Belgian Penacony soundtracks I think speaks for itself. Yeah, that's fair. I think Wolfu is more of a theoretical perspective on making music, for sure. Penacony is a bit more straightforward and easy to listen to. And then Amphorius, I just haven't had a single one that I liked. Blech. Anyway. He wants to overwatch of this very sarcophagus, waiting for an elusive spark of hope from the sarcophagus master. Basically says figures in the deep reaches of his face. Another. Was that the heckin' sound you get when you? That's crazy. No man. Oh, she got in. I must have an untimely end. You leaked? That's crazy. Have I failed? I expected to see you again. Printed program of a cognition model, analyze our data output. No wish to disappoint you again, Keltsit. And now you only return here when all hopes you've lost in such a one last chance. I then, however, I'm afraid that even I am able to turn things around. You cannot help me anymore. I also will render what is possible to the extent is possible for me when it descends upon us. With Oracle's last backup program thing, that's awesome for her. She's just like me. I also brute force all my operations. That'll be difficult. The core data bank will access. Perhaps there is one if you're no longer AMA 10. Ooh. 2 individuals like individual ages. Balance of wisdom, confident understanding. Lay down your duty. The final gift I can confer upon you by waste hours. The element is yours. Extremely dangerous when it comes to interface to PRTS itself. The functions of the sarcophagus cause great harm to your physical form. Energy supply of the sarcophagus is sufficient to fulfill your request and protect at the same time. Sanctuary can torment and you'll forfeit any chance to extend your life. Are you sure you want to do this? So she'll no longer become immortal? Is that what it is? Accept your decision. Goodbye. Backup powers are online. Administrator confirmed. Welcome back. What? Sorry. This looks like I was reminded of like, I don't know, like Minecraft when you take damage. Module event communications with modules of procedure completed. PRTS data bank connection complete. Quick quiz, what's AMA 10? Ask me anything, 10th edition. Sorry. I don't actually know. Vital signs unstable, unable to repair module. Wow. She looks good like this. She feels intense pain. Unconnected to sarcophagus, vast amounts of data on a civilizational scale been estimated within her as the medium. Keltsit before she's named Keltsit. Ah. So basically telling her to forsake her identity. That's kind of the insinuation. I wasn't sure though. I didn't, I don't know. I don't know. Ancient server beneath Laterano, the Senate Preservation Room, the Curly Arbor deep beneath the waves, the shadow moon rising from the megastructure on the dark side of Terra. Space and time and space are compressed into a single web within Kelt's consciousness. She sees all Terra and all of Rhodes Island. She gains a connection to everything. This connection between her and Monster, one has existed for 10,000 years and more, grows weaker by the moment. Fake story reader. I will say I do skim the story a decent amount when I don't want to read it. Priest is made oracle because he evolved to become the Celts that we know today. Yeah, okay. That's from one of the side stories though, no? I didn't read all the side stories. I only read the main story. This duty is not a shackle. It was always my choice. Operator sounds unstable, unavailable road repair module, unknown error, unknown error, unknown error, unknown error. I have no idea what lies ahead, Monster. This is the only thing I can do for you before I go to face her. The rest is up to you. That's what breaks the limits that her creator placed upon her. In exchange for half her life, she is reborn. Confirm, so technically this piece of lore is the main story lore drop? Oh, okay. As the sarcophagus, Monster roars in anxiety and bewilderment. It has lost track of Kelso for the first time. Connection between it and Kelso has been completely severed. I am not going to the far side of Terra. She is here. Right here by my side. Administrator access deleted. Permission or detected. Administration verified. Welcome, Doctor! I found you. Computer. Why does it sound so heroic? You're not the Doctor. Am I 10? My name is Kelsit. It crossed the line. And what of it? Priestess. Kelsit finally speaks her name. You're uploading unvalidated data, AMA-10, but you will not see it through to the end. Is that so? I'm no longer fighting on my own. I can see you, Radian. I'm fighting for control of PRTS. I'm short. Trace my signal. I will be your eyes. 57 minutes from the start of the incident. Can you do it? Blah 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 blah. Ship by scan. Blah 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 blah. Yo, who the hell's that? Mantra speaking. Dr. Kelsit. Yeah, accordance. Visual circumstances. Hide the areas if possible. Touch of blah blah blah. Underestimated conflicts on quarantine zone. Buffer zone. Above zone works normally. Everyone's trying to keep control of the system so that our super powerful AI system doesn't delete everything. It is cool from like an understanding perspective, right? Like okay. Now, like knowing what ARKNIGHTS is about, it's like, oh, PRTS betraying us is kind of crazy, no? But then like, if you were to like explain this, just in Rhodes Island. If you were to explain this to someone, it's like, oh yeah, no, Rhodes Island's like their like AI computer system just kind of turned on them. It kind of like loses its oomph, you know? Anyway. You'll receive your gift. You'll be free soon. There's something coming. The Torgangelus prime vein. Being guided towards the vein. Unlikely we'll be able to converse it. Did you find it strange? It is strange. Where does your data come from? That's all I have to say. I do like the new the new thing where you can see the operator you're talking to. How are things on your side? Oh, new one. Purity's almost made a pop car into the danger zone. I was so scared for her. I think we saw a little bit of that, but I didn't catch it. Like, I didn't like understand really what happened there. Will attempt to penetrate this big of SML and provides more Kelsa. I know where she is. Oh, I mean, also we had to go into the abyss. I mean, that's another thing. You're too slow. How do you handle this time? 15, 13, 15, 13. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. I say almost there. We're like halfway there, maybe, right? Okay, Sonic. Gotta go fast. PRT is going rogue, and so far, so even spread misinformation to the operators. The doctor's solution was to PRT to even more information. Oh, I didn't see that much. That is kind of fascinating, though. Kitten. Calling your colleague kitten. I have a connection. I'll have to look through. I'll have to reread this later on. We're currently only doing this for content. The robot communication. Leah first started knowing Purity's going well. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Haven't had a chance to read story yet. That's very fair. I also should have stayed in the UI for a minute so I could see the changes going on. That's something I keep forgetting about. My Zoot system. Let's prepare both options. Gotta prepare backup. And she's excited. Zoot system online. Welcome back closure. Bit overload. Greatly just cooking nightstand. It's all or nothing. The rest is up to you. In position, acknowledge, ready for the front lines, the rendezvous point. This is pretty cool, seeing all the operators here. It's like more mom and dad are divorcing, the child is taking dad's side. Yeah, but that's also like... imagine explaining to that someone who just started ARKNIGHTS. Versus the other person who remembers the age of Dr. Civilization is heartbreaking. We'll go back then briefly to take a look at it. If it'll let me. Oh, it will, okay. Why did it pull me back? Sorry. No matter who, don't have the buggies, protect my friends, you shine my tears. Can't jump across the Virginium. I'm making path for you now. It was in midair, we go through photo. I was no suppose. Better work closure, okay, cuts position, I'll move. I have connection! Over and over again, it seems there's a tearjerker. I was actually doing a sharing the dream of his metal parking with a few buggies that didn't have any minds of their own. Sharing his deep memories of a human. I was trapped in a... Oh, don't remember anything. Anomalous target detected. Who are you? Use your brains, whatever they're made of. Because it says you're supposed to be smart. You're first and 3. First and 3 isn't as tall as you are. No, he is first and 3. I feel familiar with him. My dreams must surprise me too. Something wrong with PRTS. Going's gone. You come to the others, you go haywire, so you're wreaking havoc all over the place. I have no choice but to stop to it. This is nice, does not understand. I'm rewriting your bottom layer card with my core code. Memory module remain intact, of course. It'll take some time. I share my dreams all involuntarily. What? Or am I thinking from a long slumber? Stop thinking. It's a party and there's a wedding. My daughter's wedding. Well, saying at least on Rose Island, life of the ships is peaceful. Compare the dream of that end, this is not as bad. Code read complete, let's go home. What happened to Rose Island? Section of Recipe PRTS, that's starting basic operation on their own core code. Many other kids. That is interesting. Pierre's coding codes your origin core, says it, yeah, it was with his coding core. That is cool. That is interesting. I didn't realize that the robots were connected to PRTs like that. Welcome back, administrator. Administrator. Sorry, wrong game. Oh, sorry. Gonna stretch my jaw real quick. Okay. Wouldn't it be awkward if you're a robot? You got fixed one day and suddenly you started having like hallucinations. So some of the men only thing that's left, only one that's left from the duck is past. Yeah. I think. I think they probably, like this game, should consider more avenues for exploring stories. I'm not sure if that's the way I should say it, but it's like there's so much stuff going on, and the fact that they have to put it all into like the main written content of the game, oh my god. I feel like it can be kind of harmful. No, my defenders! If I do this, you think Logos will die? Or the Ame will die? I also did not realize one guy passed. Stop. They've been comments about certain events though. I feel like comics kind of might not be enough. I appreciate that they have done extra stuff, if that's the case, but like, I feel like there could be more that to do, right? I don't know. But like, your like visual novel format is extremely restricting, and this game is from 2020, and so you do have issues about that. Awkward. Damn, that thing's tanky. Okay. I think we do have to start preparing. I think I should bring a real healer. I think I should replace Reed, as much as I think she's fun to play. I think I should replace Reed with Aya. Did you guys know you can upgrade your operators to improve their defensive stats? That's crazy. Okay. Where are you? There you go. Yeah, okay. We should bring Monster. You're right. We should bring this. We should make this more relevant, right? We should make this more relevant. Would I replace the Horn? I guess. That it. Sorry. Ugh. Sometimes I get so. Sometimes I come down from my high of like talking a lot. Wow. Anyway. Let's try that again. She talks so much that I was gonna drain it ran out. That happens sometimes. Are you liking this story so far? I think it's very fascinating. I think they're going into some like heckin' lore stuff, bro. The lore is loring. I guess any like specific particular thoughts, like albeit like we have skipped an amount that's not like immediate, that I didn't feel like was immediately relevant context. I am kind of like, I'm getting more suspicious about like that stupid rabbit girl. I say stupid, she's cute. She's actually quite cute. The little rabbit girl I think is interesting to me. Messed up. And how do I say? Like, she's important to Priestess's story. Is Babel, to be honest, before doing chapter 15? Really? That's crazy. Surely not a plant by Priestess. Yeah, surely not. Aw, man, my healer died? That's awkward. That's fine. We have other healers for a reason, I guess. I'm really hating these things. I have no clue what they do because I haven't read it, but man, I'm really hating these things. That thing too, dude. But yeah, no. I think okay. Another thing that's like in my mind a little bit is like ARKNIGHTS is doing some like really wacky things, I guess, with like liminal spaces. Which things? The stupid like ghost looking things. Obstructed pepper Peter just shoots her face tonight. It's funny every time. You're so right. As long as I have the DP for it, that is. Sorry, what was I saying? Alright, liminal stuff, yeah. One thing that I've noticed particularly here, and like a little bit in the last chapter too, I guess, is that there's a lot of yeah, liminal spaces, right? To I guess like just like show off like a what's the word? Like an ethereal kind of area. I don't know. Maybe Priestess was right that we do need to create a new language to describe very specific things. Shoot, I could never shoot this time more DP to troll PRTS. That's funny. I forgot about that time though. Awkward. And like, okay, I think also like the thing that now that we're transitioning to dealing with gods, I guess. I know people have mentioned it before, but it is also tripping me up. Because like, up to a point, we're still kind of like pretending, I guess, the story has to do with Originium. And it still does, alright? The story does still have to do with Originium. But it's more about like a personal, interpersonal narrative now about like the creation of like this world-ending disease and like, you know, just like things like that. But I'm sure people have talked about this already, but like the scale of the story has like changed very drastically and it feels kind of sudden. And just like the general, I don't know, like the vibe shift, I guess, between the different the different chapters is kind of jarring. The world building still lures me back. Yeah, I think the world building is really good, right? It has a lot of like, it's very thought out and it's very intricate. It's just that that's not necessarily what I look for in my media, like my media, I guess, right? And so that's something I have noticed. Back towards tech setting and then the fantasy art setting, to be honest. That is also true. I think the tech aspect is more compelling in ARKNIGHTS. Because the story is like sci-fi, like, I don't want to say dystopia because it's not really a dystopia, alright? And so like the thing about like the vampires and whatever kind of threw me for a loop. And that kind of bothered me a little bit, actually, I will not lie. But going back to science is pretty interesting. But the thing with writing sci-fi is that it can be hard to follow because, how do I say, the intelligence of the average bear, like the smartest bear, is much too close to the dumbest human being, you know? It's a phrase like that. 1 to 8 is affected, 7 to 8, 14 is political warfare, and 15 is whatever the heck Priestess does. No, I agree with that. Oh, right, we're gonna look at the... I guess it doesn't happen. It's not happening now. Man. That's cool, though. I like that. Yeah, I guess it's just like, I didn't, a little bit, it feels like there's not as much lead up as I would like it to all this other stuff. But maybe that's not, maybe lead up's not the right word. I don't know. Whatever, man. Maybe it's like, maybe we're like missing like the threads of like, we're gonna skip 17 story, don't do it too fast. Don't worry. I think I can more or less catch pieces that are relatively important. I think. What was I saying though? Oh, there's no story here. Okay. Yeah, I guess also like a lot of the characters kind of phase in and out a little too much within the last few chapters anyway. And so it feels a little bit odd. Like, I need to figure out how to say my words good. I've iterated, like, the opinions I had about Star Rail I've thought on for so long, but, like, I haven't even digested the stuff for ARKNIGHTS yet, so I need to think about that for a minute. We said because I didn't want to bother. That's valid. That was a lot more than I expected. That he drew in. Oh right, they're no block. Okay. Anyway. The groundwork to the match fighting Kardashev was pretty fast, although IS and Sizers do hint towards it. Yeah. 3 huge time skips chapter 14 and 15. Oh, is there? That's crazy. Time skips, I think, are a little bit difficult to write in, but I think the way I would say it a little bit more aptly is I don't feel like the characters are developed enough, right? There's a reason a lot of war stories tend to focus on the characters, the people who are participating in the war. And I'm not saying ARKNIGHTS doesn't do that, but it doesn't feel like the characters change too much throughout the course of it, I guess, is what I would say. Or like the characters aren't present throughout all of it, right? One thing with ARKNIGHTS that strikes me as kind of... I kind of forgot about the hand for the stage, actually, to be honest, earlier. Sorry. For ARKNIGHTS, you're kind of like introduced, like, oh, the main characters are Rhodes Island, and they're gonna be very important for your, like, they're gonna be important for the story, right? You're gonna follow Amiya and the landship and the people of Rhodes Island as they solve problems with the infection, right? And that's kind of how the game's introduced to you. And then there's a lot of chapters, like even from the reunion arc, where Rhodes Island just does not feel very present. And I'm not saying that they need to be, but it would really help for them to be present when you're introduced to new characters, so you can have, or you can learn to develop attachments to new actions, I guess. Have ARKNIGHTS characters released ordinary folks like this context where what would Crane Buds do when she's just ordinary? Yeah, and that is another problem that you have when you have a game. That is so crazy that they die so fast. Why did they die this time but not last time? What the heck? Oh, I'm actually need to read the mechanics real quick. And yes, like that's the other issue when you have like creatures of such like large scales, right? I think it's fine to have ordinary, like, okay. I think there's also an argument. Let me hold on. Let me think of a coherent train of thought after I read this. Different forms, for physical, for art, or blocked. Okay. Oh, that's it. That's it. That's all I do. Okay, that's fine. All good game. Last time I got Hashi died, so I don't want to feel again. Well, that's the thing, right? A lot of really compelling narratives rely on your attachment to the person, right? And I think like Reunion did a better job somewhat of letting you feel connected to the people who are experiencing the war, because war doesn't exist in a vacuum. I should have had him face them a different way. Like, war doesn't happen in a vacuum, right? This sort of thing is a thing that happens to the residents of the land, right? I feel the opposite on character development by realistic side stories. I truly believe the development of characters are kind of perfect. That's fine. I'm just saying when it comes to specifically the main story, I feel like there's not enough connection between the main cast and what happens in the events of the story. My heart can't handle more deaths. I'm not saying you need death, right? I don't think death is like the necessary vehicle to communicate plot. I'm just saying that having the characters be more of a focal point rather than the events or the ideology, right? I would say ideology doesn't fight war, people do. Something like that. That's what brought me to reading all the side stories. Yeah. And I think that's not a bad thing. I heard that the side stories do a pretty decent job at showing you the characters, right? And that is like specifically the who died. Oh, Ghost? That's fine. Please don't die, please don't die. Oh, another one bites the dust. Okay, you know what? Maybe we should bring Wishdell because we're almost at the 3-hour mark. Yeah, so I would like to see more, like, at least for the Victoria arc, I would have liked to see more of the characters that have to experience the war, right? I get really touched the Asia folks. That's awesome, and I think that's what stories should do, right? Hold on. Let's talk about Exusiai. Like, I think they did an all right job showing like, oh, there's a lot of people suffering as a result of the war, right? There's a lot of people suffering as a result of like the injustices that come from the war and like the ideologies of the people who are like leading this. I also just feel like it would have hit harder if, you know, like, I don't know, random country girl B that we got in ARKNIGHTS 4 events ago was part of that country that experienced that civilization destruction. Right? How does it affect this specific situation? Right? How does this character affect, or how's this character affected, kind of thing. So anyway, Aslan creating casters out of the blobs. That's rough. Alright, our skill 3 ranging with basal attack. Wait, you're so right! We do have her. I haven't used her in ages. That's exactly where my Wishdell is too. Great minds think alike, huh? Let's hop this one up for Shu. You can do that. You can do a little bit of that. I probably should have considered that, but it's fine. I love listening to her voice. Her voice is very cute. I agree. That's rough, Weezalter. I meant to say too much, but I find you love using you, Lapalter, and GG so much fun. I mean, you know, infinite range is infinite range, right? Nahaya, yeah. I agree. I need to see if we can buy her skin yet. This current update is actually very tragic for my wallet. The skin shut up update, that is. I'm pretty proud of my performance. That's pretty good. That's good. I'm also very happy for you. Bam. Oh right, we probably should like. I honestly, genuinely, I did not notice the hand for the entire like, yeah, this entire map. I'm just like, what? Oh, why are they spawning? How are you? I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for asking. So I've been still free to play after 5 years. I definitely spent a little bit of money on this game, but
Mission accomplished.
you know what? It is what it is. I've probably like I had a discussion about this a while ago, not in stream, but like with one of my friends. I genuinely think the gacha gaming model, while it is exploitative a lot of the time, it can be very good for sustaining a game and making it accessible for a lot of different kinds of people. Oh wait. Sorry, that's just like general vibes. I can explain that more if you guys want to hear about it in the future, but that's something in my brain. I just love that I have an easy mode button if I don't want to think. Yeah, right? Treating videos, I think so. It's like for another reason than the fact that they're like us. For no other reason, I fight death and bitter and for their own survival. At least we still in CC and IS. That makes sense. That's very fair. Target eliminated. Storm confused. $60 in for ARKNIGHTS. I don't want to use purples. I just want to see outfits. Understandable. I do think ARKNIGHTS, at least, is getting a little bit more exploitative over time with how they want to earn money, and I'm not the biggest fan of the way they're doing their gacha system lately. I say lately, it's kind of been a thing. Let's neutralize all enemies around the sarcophagus. I got a coordinate, got a misery. When I first woke up, gotta get inside. We're worried for her safety. She's different. Leave it to me. It answers. No, Keltsit answers. Dr. Keltsit. Having a good time? What's the situation on Rose Island? You want to sarcophagus? Everyone's safe thanks to you. Welcome back, Keltsit. You never felt such a weakness from her. What happened? It wasn't easy trying to access Peter to the sarcophagus, but I did find a surprising gift. I'll share more information with you. Still standing before you, I won't abandon you. Locate a path into the abyss. It's time to put an end to this. The interference is strong here. We're very close to the abyss. Complete seals up. Pinpoint its precise location at this range. Maybe things will be different this time. It's so warm. It was very like pretty, but I didn't have enough time to listen to it, unfortunately. Protect the doctor! And protect the doctor from the doctor if it comes to that. Stages everywhere, you're sitting without a doctor, the highest priority at all times. I'll be careful. Trust your heart. I never thought this would come so soon. To a different possibility. Gotta reach into the unknown. Yes, I will hesitate. Still trying to hide your own anxiety and uncertainty. You don't need to carry everything on your shoulders. This time we stand together. Tell me what I need to do. Let's not be afraid. Let's lock in, guys. Let's go into the abyss. We gotta go to the Oh, this was 3 years ago, yeah. Ascalon raised the bridge silently. Yep, with 3 strengthened. Edge of the fog. That is right. We are together. Let's lock in, guys. Must be neutralized ASAP. Yes, as long as that's a Jira station. you know me. Goodness, Logos. He was very aura farming. That's why he present name is Hap. When waking weakness, it's time for her to adapt to her surroundings. You're the reason for its existence to begin with. As you fall into trance, the company from further business changing, the walls it creates a rift. Air goes from the rift. Veil. Look at that aura farmer. Banshee's or incantation forms an invisible barrier that stops the gushing jet. Step back, Doctor. Everyone on guard. I'm not howling for you guys. I do hand motions, but I know you guys can't see my hands, but I was like imitating the aspect ratio change. Doctor. Never thought I would be the one who didn't want to let us go. Protect the doctor, Amiya. Roger. Pink threads rise from my staff. The black crown appears above her head. Hopefully we have time for 517. Hopefully we do have time! Unless your mind is established, your mantra's voice in your head. If you need any help, just give a thought, we're here. How do you cover my flank, Sharp? Then making sure you hold your bow tight. The connection between us, a chance of leaving time and space, Doctor. I'm sure we'll meet again at the far end of the isolation, but the darkness of the brilliance of the stars above, we'll meet once again. I'll wait for that day. Give her all you need help, kitten. Our arts being suppressed in the environment, Originium arc seems to work. Strike with boldness. I can go up first and check things out. No, I have a feeling there's no danger here. That makes me even more worried. Sorry. I was getting kind of excited. Step in the space within the rift. I'll wait until that day comes. I promise you I will. Wait for me. You must wait for me too. Yeah, waiting? Okay, there we go. Rejection of morning. I just realized we're only on 5:15. Maybe the next one doesn't have story though. Okay, real quick. What the? Let us. Oh, I didn't realize I had these. It's almost the end of the month. What the heck? That's awkward. Okay, sorry, I wanted to go see the store. 20! Okay. It's supposed to feel like the energy, isn't it? I will say when there was like, oh, there's no danger here, I was like, aw. The skirt is soft and sable, like the moon's playing across the sealed lake. Awesome. It looks very lovely here. I also like Mastema skin a lot, Dolphin. This one's also nice, but I think nothing can really beat Mastema's OG best skin. Like this one. Oh my goodness. I just vibe with it a lot. Oh, this one is really good. I think the you can kind of, I mean, style difference, right? I just don't use her. I unfortunately will. Alright, let's bring Moomin because we just bought our skin. Any save what Arcada's like to do though? Valid, fair enough. Gotta do what you gotta do. We'll skim through this one because I worry that we won't have enough time. Teresa falls in the ocean of information. He finds we're slow. Guided by a sword. Water. To you, your actions surprise me, Teresa and Teresa's. Or is the monster her skill through slow insanity, and I love it. She is kind of nasty. Oh, back door. I'm losing some Originium. Oh. What? That's crazy. Linguist and colleague doesn't really care. He just thinks that she's evil. Context on Teresa's meeting priestess. Ah, okay. Originium. You know what yours missing? You have it's like that one with the monkey and then the angry leopard. It's kind of like that. Rage baiter and rage baited. Is that a new slot? You survive in a different form. Can you pass judgment on the gods? Warning. Unknown threats. Did I invite you there? Oh. A song of hope, a kindred, what have you encountered? Witch King. What is of the trace? Even crack. Originating, he's complete inundated. Dark red. Any figure. Share the joy, but the no longer hears on a heartbeat. No longer meaning staying here. She's just why that Teresa is just built like a vertical. I mean, it could be both. Consciousness falls again to slumber. Lost power. Why are you so interested in them? Damn, that's racist, though. Calling someone a failed race? That's crazy. That's the last time you saw her. It's always the stupid rabbits, man. You're in Oregon, sending you back home. This place. It's not the abyss. Black rain? It's dust. Protect the doctor. Beneath our feet, the deck is crystallizing rapidly. At this rate, we'll all die. Important part? Okay. Originium stands at an impossible pace. Look at the desk, now completely covered in originium, see only your shadow. Turn around and see a stunned look in Kelsa's face. Follow her gaze. Far in the distance on the deck, a small formation of black originium is growing slowly toward the sky. You see a faint white figure on every facet of the crystal. A figure not unfamiliar to you. The black originium rain suddenly grows more intense. It almost feels like the large black raindrops are not falling from the sky, but rushing from the ground toward the heavens. Wow! They refract the sunlight, drawing colorful lines in the sky. All the colors you see begin to converge and weave into a white curtain, glistening with rainbow colors, slowly descending. A pure, pristine white, gentle draping over the originating crystal in the deck. Crystal. A beautiful figure stands upon the crystal. She grows bigger. Black crystal retreats from her legs, and white light puts a layer of clothing on her. Heaven and earth, white and black, and priestess. She looks upon the land that has long become unfamiliar to her. Boss theme, by the way. Long time no see. Damn! Ex-wife is upset. I mean, all good, you know, it happens. It's so sterile. Anyway, where were we? Drones are a big thing in this. We're divorced for a reason, priestess. Literally. It's okay, you know, sometimes marriage things never go out well. You forgot Mumo? Shoot, you're right. No. Bring me back, 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 bring me back. Her. No, I don't want to see anything yet. You did not forget me. Oh. Gasp. Whoa. Goodness. Let me out! I respect it. It's okay, we can get back into it now, right? What up? There's a chance that qualified candidates will be found in advance. Yeah, don't worry, I know. Goodness. Who are you replacing though? I want to keep Amiya. I want to keep Kaltsit. I guess I can with Gonglo. Let us experience. Oh shoot, you're right. I forgot. You don't. You're right. I am a fool. I was so locked in that I locked out. You did forget. All good. And it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's good. It's good. Lock back in, guys. Lock back in. Lock back in, guys. Ow. That kind of hurt. Yes, Amiya. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to experience that. I'm sorry you had to see that. Alright. How do I do that again? Story. Alright, guys. I'm warming up my voice now. Let's prepare for a long session. The connection between us will transcend even time and space. I'm sure of it. Even if the ocean completely boils away and the atmosphere vanishes, even if all the moons in the sky are pulled in the vortex of the planet's gravity, and even if the sun continues to mercilessly expand, eventually swallowing up all of its children until none can be heard. Frost Nova again, dude. That's crazy. I am sure we'll meet again. At the far end of our civilization, once adorned by the darkness, the brilliance of the stars above, we will meet once again. I will wait until that day comes. I promise you I will. Wait for me. You must wait for me, too. You know, Arctis does a lot of it. I kind of hope that they... Ooh! Don't ever forget about me. Talking nonsense. She's kind of yonder, you know? Is it time? She'll still be alive. This can't be an illusion. It's the Rosetta I'm familiar with, and it seems to be operating as usual. Therefore, it is definitely not here yet. She's still asleep? What of Originium's current state? The changes happening to this planet. She's not kind as she is. Let's go for a walk outside. Black-haired woman dressed in a white coat, concentrating gaze, notices two of you and turn around, bright smile on her face. Smiley. Look at her knees, dude! You're absolutely certain you've seen this face before. So the visual novel limitations? Yeah, this time around, they're doing a lot more, I think. Or maybe just this scene. Perhaps in a dream within dreams or in the depths of your dormant memories. But this woman is no dream. You can clearly perceive her presence and existence right before you with each of your senses. Break this. Doctor, this woman is the priestess you talked about? Oh, he's gonna know. How'd she know? The enemy Dr. Kaltz has been guarding against. Ami does not understand the danger she faces, but still, she stands in front of you instinctively, ready to engage in combat. How do we tell her? Oh no. Very well is not like any other roller coaster you faced before. The woman seems to show no hostility, but your instinct tells you unfathomable danger right lies before your eyes. She begins to speak. You're a step ahead of me, Doctor. You didn't wait for me in the awakening room to share a mutual joy in seeing this new world for the first time. But how could I possibly blame you for a little impatience? Your sincere gaze. Along with the faint rustling of Originium spreading, the clamor he has in the spaceship fixed the island and nothing else exists. This reunion is not expected, but I'm willing to accept an unorthodox experience. We've dreamt together too many times to count. How do we meet again when we woke from our deep sleep? We can wander freely on this planet completely covered by Originium in a world that belonged only to us. A world only one step away from our shared ultimate vision, and we'd walk toward a new hope. It ought to be a bright sunny day, too. And then she just changes the weather, I guess. Yeah, sure, no worries. Doctor, look, the clouds in the sky! Just warning you about the Shudos of the sky's unnatural appearance. You fail to comprehend just what your eyes are currently seeing. The catastrophe clouds begin to contract and fold in a neat yet strange manner until they vanish completely, leaving a canvas-like sky. Catastrophe is the most horrific disasters to happen to the land. Gone. Just like that. Realize a terrible truth. You can fully control Originium? Your question sounds like you're asking a stranger. We created it together. A crystallization that belongs only to the two of us. A seed of hope. Tragically, you don't remember anymore, do you? We created Originium. I thought we knew this already. I know you lost part of your memories in a series of unfortunate accidents. It's a pity, but I believe your partial memory loss will not change your nature, and the connection between us remains unshakable. Completely wiping a catastrophe away like that? It is scary. I have no wish to be harsh on you, but I hope you can understand. Time is short, and we have much to do. We knew Doctor didn't. Yeah. So, we can still enjoy our time working together, yes? I think that would have been a surprise, yeah. Return to my side, Doctor. Let Terra crystallize into Originium. Create a bridge to the future. The gentle call seems to ring suddenly in your ears, and you feel incomparably close to the voice. You're certain you cannot recall a single shred of her in your mind, yet your connection goes beyond memories, or perhaps information carried in your language. An almost instinctive reaction. You cannot help but take a step forward. Elle sits behind you, gripping your arm. You feel feeble tremors through your palm. You realize now she has been silent the whole time. Since leaving the sarcophagus, she's been so weak. At this point, she seems to even be struggling to stand. You're baffled. You expected Keltsit to give you some sage advice, like usual, or perhaps a simple and clear solution. But now, she seems to be suffering from terrible torment, her face bearing struggle and pain. After an endless instant, she loosens her grip. She leaves a choice for you to make. No. Which one do you think fits the vibe best? I think this one fits the vibe best. Never mind, doesn't. I won't let Originium destroy Terra. See your eyes darken, a clear sign of disappointment. You don't know why, but your heart suddenly tightens. So it's you. Hey, MA10. Been a long time for us, too. Your current appearance is vastly different from the look you were born with, but I certainly recognize my very own creation that I poured my heart into. She's not mad. She's not mad, yeah. In the past 4 million plus natural day cycles, you seem to have exerted a lot of effort, but your behavioral standards appear to clash with the present or preset goal encoded at your birth. I'd like to know just what changed your mind. Unlike your despicable fraud, my end goal has never changed. Indeed, you regarded that one's order as inviolable mandate. So, you hindered the Originium plan and wasted our already limited time. So, Chocolate, how should I make you understand? Just how disappointed I am. And how should I forgive your betrayal? Betrayal? What's the meaning of this? I've noticed, AMA10. You've already broken the language ban I put in place, correct? Such a precaution was not enough to restrict your actions, for you always find a way. But if that's the case, why not just say it? Everything you've wanted to say to Doctor this whole time, but couldn't? Priestess? I split it from an unknown language? What's she yapping about? I would also, yeah, that's me too. Ascalon and Leah raised momentarily stunned after emptying the rift. This is the abyss? Writing can be confirmed with the Rose Island landship. Unable to detect electromagnetic frequencies of the space. No way to tell. But Command directive usual. Where's the doctor? And where are Dr. Kelton and Namia? Maybe they're lost ahead, but I don't know where they are. White noise fills with white space. It's not operating machines. If this is them, we're distorting its perception of physical space. No way to identify material the walls are made of. No rift entrances. There's no way to cut open them. There's no way to confirm their whereabouts. Uh-oh. We can only wait and adapt accordingly. We have adapted. We can execute our original task. How to fully disconnect PRTS so cannot do any more harm. That makes sense. Mechanist, Sharp and I will cover you well code on the machine. Verifies related to PRTS. You can back to it at any time. That's nice off. There's no higher set targets here. That's unusual. According to Kelson, origin made of this. There's the node, but it didn't install here at all. We're gonna skip this part a little bit. Splash red, interference signals, visualization of information. Defenses activate. Threat system identity confirmed. Generating target count measures are you can skip all? Okay. We're just gonna quickly read through it. Leave the abyss, intruders. Beginning countdown. What's all this? Ever since you woke up in Chernobog, I have refrained from confessing the whole truth about your past. The ban placed on me is only part of the cause. As for the other reasons, I've said before no one else should tell you about your past. Language has no way of reconstructing objective facts, while emotions will distort its delivery. So, I needed you to see and judge for yourself, to re-evaluate this land on your own. Only then could you formulate your own answers about how you regard this land, and about yourself. I still believe it's important to do it this way. The same way someone once treated me. I found my answer. I am a soul locked in this vast land. Wrecked Purities and the enemies they fought in the past because Purities hold the... Yeah, that makes sense. This may be the last chance I have to share that information, however. Perhaps only now do I, too, have the confidence to share it after all that you and Rose Island have been through together. Please trust that I talk only of your past. It has nothing to do with your future. That's walks by your side, facing you and Amiya. Slowly begins to speak, and then Freeze is just standing there, I guess. Doctor, you ought to already know that Originium, the bearer of both life and danger to Terra, is the legacy of a previous age. It is one of countless methods used by the previous civilization against an ultimate threat. After countless efforts and sacrifices, Originium was finally completed by Oracle and Priestess. Oracle was your previous codename. We created Originium? Gasp! I was the one who did it? Please know that was not your intention. Originium points to two futures for this land. Oracle hoped to leave Originium as a gift for future civilizations, to guide them forward, to help them enter the next stage of civilization. Over the past 10,000 years, Originium has helped civilization on Terra to develop, but also unexpectedly brought suffering to the land via Oripathy. You were indeed tormented by this before. I still remember when the doctor has never given up the possibility of curing Oripathy. However, someone forced a different future upon you. And for this, you made a choice that went against your original intentions. Meh. Someone once told me to trust in your character, to look for your true self beyond what memory shapes you. It is an incomparably difficult path for me to walk. But I'm glad it was the correct choice to make. Doctor, that's all I wanted to tell you. They are only your path, and you will always be able to decide your own future. I'll never abandon my mission. And I too will fulfill my oath. A priestess mad that Teresa stole her only doctor? Yeah, for real. Doctor, I will protect you and Amiya until the end. This is not the best opportunity to do so, but it is my final one. I'm sorry to entrust such a risk to you and Amiya, but this is the choice I must make. What risk? That's a death flag, by the way. Her mouth moved for final words. Are you done? You said what you wanted to say? I'm astonished by how much you know about the past, and I don't completely agree with how you described it. But that's no longer important. AMA 10, what can you even achieve as you are now? Monster? Winnie? That's not the word I'd use to describe that. That's cool. Destroy her. She is the priestess of a previous civilization, creative of Originium, and attempting to assimilate everything within it, and therefore the enemy of all life on Terra. So this is your choice. What is Winnie? It's like a sound that horses make. A Winnie is a sound that horses make. It's like, I'm not gonna like imagine like your average neigh, right? That the horse will make, and then a whinny is the one that's like it goes upwards in intonation, right? Like the, I'm not gonna do it, but like the one that goes up, right? In sound. I hope it makes sense. You can always look up a horse whinny. Is that what Monster does? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm Calcid, a doctor of Rhodes Island and also the companion of Amiya and the Doctor. You have long been worthless to me. Do it? No, I'm not. I don't think I could do justice. I don't think I could do justice. I used to be a horse girl, though. Okay, now I can do the operation. Now we can do the fight. Nice of a priestess to, like, you know, let her yap for that whole time. And for the actual stage? Yeah, I think we can hold it a little bit longer. Let me just confirm something. Alright, sorry, every time I see the hand, I get kind of like mental whiplash because it looks like it's just like the hat on top of the thing. It doesn't look like a hand sometimes. And so I see it moving like that, and I'm just like, what the hell is that? Finishing 15-17 is good and a good cliffhanger. Oh gosh. I'll confirm with my original plan ships, and then we'll consider afterwards. And I like a chessboard. Also, hi, hey Audrey, it's good to see you. It is kind of like a chessboard, but chess isn't laid out like this. There you go. No, my DP. Awesome sauce, awesome sauce. The issue is here, I don't really have a backline. I guess I could develop one. It won't be too bad. I feel like maybe I should also put you forward more, maybe. Whatever, man. There's so many issues with the setup. Let's do this. Hello. Hello. Isn't that so cute? Alright, this guy's gonna kill that clone, so we're gonna drop monster here. Or I could do that, I guess. That also works. What? Guards does really well here, honestly. Guards are kind of busted, no? Like, guards do well anywhere because they're really good. Full panic setup a little bit. It's okay though, don't worry about it too much. I do think her skin is really cute. I haven't like properly admired it because she's at the bottom of my screen, but I'll admire it now. Look at that. That's a cute effect. Oh, there's a high defense enemy. What the heck? I didn't see what happened. Wraiths? Oh, were they here? That's awkward. I guess I started, never mind. You're forgetting the OG, Franca. Alright, let's try that again. Let us try it again. One more time. Our breath, warmth, hands. The transform they shifted in the race. Oh. Awkward. That's fine. Actually, that's fine. Let's do that. Do a little of that. Let's put you down here as a healer. I think it's a pretty decent start. Physical Egyptian adventures, yeah. And 4 are for casters. Yeah, okay. Let's do something like that. We'll come monster in the bottom lane. I think this will work. Reading is OP. Reading is OP. But also, I don't think it says it on the descriptions for the enemy. It is kind of a vibes-based economy. Hehe. Loser. It does on the monster page? Oh, well. Let's put Shu here. I'm a little bit worried about the healer economy for the bottom lane. I think we can place you as well. The fish shaking. Anyway, block is not blockable. Earthcaster, physical samurai. Yeah, okay. All my homies hate casters. Do they still reach them? Apparently does. Wow. Hello. No wonder I only found the race on time. Yeah. Alright guys. Lock in. I kind of expected us to fight Priestess here, to be honest, but I guess it's a bit too early for the boss stage. I was curious they don't mention what they transform into. Yeah, you're right. Alright, Thorns, it's up to you. Lock in, Thorns! There you go. Cute hello, yeah. Well, must be nice. Imagine waking up every night to hear that. Wow. Alright. Excited roar. At least it's not a whinny. Monster appears by your side, but its stance is slightly different than usual. Without a command from Kelsit, it zips towards the enemy, although a cluster of Originium rises from the ground, fully encasing the monster within. Kelsit, watch out! You really have surprised me, AMA-10. You've broken free of my control at the price of severing your own Gemini cycle system, even if this makes your life now utterly fragile. However, do you really intend to kill me via this method? I knew from a long time ago your consciousness was already assimilated into the information within Originium. Under these circumstances, it is impossible to truly kill you. What Teresa and Teresa's accomplished convinced me of something. Your control over Originium is not absolute, and there still exist some methods to limit your authority over it. I did meet the two you speak of within the Originium. Their efforts were indeed unexpected and a pleasantly surprising struggle. But what of it? How are you so sure now that killing me here won't be a futile act? The monster attacked you. You chose to defend yourself. I mean, how did you do it? I see you've noticed. Based on Teresa's research into Originium as well as the trap you set for the doctor, I added a few plans to your awakening room. As long as you wake up here, your consciousness will be trapped in this body, unable to return to Originium's sea of information. She looks kind of mad. I don't know, guys. Perhaps you will eventually manage to break through this restriction and regain control over Originium, but right now you are merely human. To think you'd go this far to rebel against me. Priestess, you are not Terra's creator. Life on this land has no obligation to bend to your will. This is my revenge on you, and my final act of resistance. She's definitely not mad. See the woman standing across from you, you feel a hint of hesitation, but immediately after, Originium surrounds her. It's too late. Help Kelsit! You gotta help her! Oya! 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 Dr. Kelsit, it's my turn to protect you now. Black arcs crash and smash into Originium cluster, bringing monster as quickly as it quickly resumes its attack. Originium crystals begin to grow again, but it's too late to form a barrier strong enough to resist monster's claws. See a nervous look on Priestess's face, a show fear from the creators towards her creation. As the Priestess finally recognizes the threat she is facing, the Originium on the entire deck responds to her consciousness and begins to rapidly grow. Monster has already closed in on its prey. Alright. If the record paralyzed, we gotta break it down now, break it down now, break it down now. I take a chance and smash it! Black arts and lasers take turns shooting at the gigantic and complex crystal cluster. The Priestess on burn, suppress the regime for spreading even further. To the lights of arts, swallow Priestess's figure. Smoke and dust statters, leaving only Originium fragments on the ground. And a tattered white coat. Did we defeat her? I can't feel any sense of life. Or any emotions. Maybe everything happened so suddenly you haven't had the time to regard the series of events as a reality. You saw the fearsome foe reduced to ashes right before your eyes. Yet you feel no relief at all. Are we quite finished playing yet? Not upset. Definitely not upset. What's that? How? Doctor, Amiya, fall back. A wonderful show of resistance, AMA-10. Your plan has proven effective. As you say, there is indeed a chance for you to kill me now. But how does a single substitute made of Originium fluster you so? EMA-10, I have no intention of debating the value of your beliefs. The principles you have always insisted are so insignificant, I can't even find a credible logical framework to assess their significance. Or are so insignificant. It is not uncommon for experiments to turn out like this. Small errors ultimately growing into huge obstacles. I have no choice but to accept this result. Water clone? That's a copyright infringement? That's what I'm saying. You changed your style? I'm just in pajamas today. Let's go to see you, Mika. I am very sorry, but I must treat you as an error and wipe you out. Who wants to kill me after one disagreement? I mean... You know what they say, happy wife, happy life, right? Priestess raises her hand. Originian begins to grow once more. Horned crystal branches tightly envelop you and Ami in a second, nearly swallowing you both. Ami tries her best to shatter the surrounding Originian with her arts, but the crystal clusters only grow faster. Doctor, get behind me! Monster. It all happens in a flash of light. You see the Originian cluster near you explode. Ami wanted to protect you, but time does not allow for her reaction. You see the black monster rush over, blocking you both from the cluster with its large, solid body. You see Kelsit. What a pity. Death flag! Doctor, do you ever doubt the meandering in your own existence? I do. I understand my mission clearly. It is difficult, but I recognize its meaning. As for the future, I believe you will find an answer. I can only persevere in that belief. Death flag 2. I think there's been more than 2 death flags, to be fair. Don't spare too much worry for me. Rhodes Island shouldn't be so fragile that one person's departure would leave it unable to proceed on. I hope it is to protect yours and Ami's hopes. Though our definitions of protect have nothing in common, it is an oath I will never abandon. I will be standing here with you until the very end. We are unable to forget the past, but a different future may await you. Emotional flashback scene? No. This is the second time you mentioned it? Yeah. I just didn't feel like it was like, I feel like, I don't know. ARKNIGHTS, people don't actually people die, right? But I think it's funny. Jean or Nami, where are they? Yes, everyone here is a regular, Mika. We just have different regulars from time to time. Also, John was here earlier, so. Alright. We are able to forget the past, we have a different future may await you, yeah. I found the meaning of my life. Please lead to Rhode Island and keep going. Doctor. Unconsciously, I seem to have grown accustomed to having someone by my side, guiding me. Until now, I finally am sure of what I want to do. No matter what happens, I will continue down this path. I will not abandon hope. But what about you? Dr. Kelsit! Damn, she just disappeared? It all happened so quick, but you still managed to comprehend the cruel truth. The foe you all faced is incomprehensible by conventional means. She has authority over all Originium. The bit of Originium on Kelsit's right shoulder is proof that she was born human, but also what steals her life away. Originium crystals begin to spread as they swallow her entire body, only to shatter as the wind blows them away. Your eyes fail to capture the entire process. With strength comes fragility. A long life ends here. She has kept her promise. Cruel miracle achievement. Yeah. Excited the cat. I can't believe something broken sun, man. Alright. Guys, I'm at a crossroads here. If I continue, is the story gonna be like? Do I need just like should I be reading the rest of the story from here until the end? Like, is it like? Do you think I like? If I did continue, do you think I would need to read all the story? Kind of vibe. My fellows, my people, my guys. As far as I play myself, so I cannot say any further. Yeah, kind of. Okay. All right. I think we could probably send the last. Most of it is kind of important. IMO. Okay. We can save it for another time then. As for when. Hold on. You guys use Google Calendar, by the way. Sorry, like side note. Side note. Do you guys use Google Calendar? I never use Google Calendar. I just kind of like rely on my brain. But I probably should use my calendar right now. 519. There's no story. I think interesting. Gonna explain monsters human form, I imagine. Yeah, as a lot also surprised that up to this point we haven't seen Monster yet. Also, I'm kind of annoyed that I was so locked into the other stuff that I didn't notice the priestess messing with our UI and stuff, and I'm really mad about that. Personally, I'm so sorry. Okay. Next week, what do I have? I have this and that. I have to write an essay for the Friday. Or do when do I have a test? I think we could probably squeeze one more stream next week. I might have to stream at an unorthodox time for me, though. Her knowledge of the monster at least explains why she doesn't count as knowledge. No, we did see that. We did see that. I think what we can do is we can try to squeeze in a stream. Maybe after Silk Song, maybe before Silk Song. Maybe my Monday evening's free. I was the one that missed it. No worries, all good. So. I guess we're gonna do one more arcade stream. I was kind of planning on doing something else after that, but that's okay. Pretty underwhelming. It kind of just happens. Really? That's tragic. Evening for you means early, morning for me. It's either gonna be morning for me or evening for me, but chances are it's gonna be... Well, okay, hold on. Depends if I stream the day after Silk Song or before that, but I'll have to take a look. 15:21. Oh, really? Monster Sync happens that late? That's crazy. Anyway. That's a lot of stuff happening, guys. Lots of things are happening, guys. I didn't realize I had one of these. I should be keeping an eye on that banner. Anyway. I don't know what kind of whelming you expect, because I can't really imagine it. That's also valid. Like, what do you expect after this kind of situation happens? So far, though, I mean, thoughts on the story. Let's real quick do a little bit of like a debrief, yeah. How do I say? Back when Monster originally got released, I did get spoiled that like Celtic dies or something, right? I just wasn't sure about like the details about it. And, like, obviously that kind of sucks, but like, in and of itself. But I wanted to see how they went through about it. Or else because a real girl, I can't imagine it. That is kind of crazy, isn't it? So that is cool. What else in my brain? Priestess existing is kind of surprising, I guess. It does feel kind of like... Okay. Can't say right now, to be fair. But it is a little bit feeling like, oh shoot, what are we gonna do after this, you know? Like, after dissociative recombination. What next? Alright. Pretty much the only thing everyone talked about. Yeah. That's a bit unfortunate. Although, like, I guess I'm not... Okay, I mean, like, I don't know. You didn't finish the story. I mean, that's true, right? It's more just, like, from a perspective of how we're scaling the story. Like, we started with, like regional factional disputes, right? Interfaction dispute. Next, we have, like, a global more of a thing. And then, I guess, like, now we have, like, Priestess, who's pretty much the source of all evil, right? And so I guess afterwards, it would be on reconstruction. Maybe. Like, after we defeat the big bad, maybe we continue on to, like, make the world a better place. Regarding your question, I'm not interested in reading and exploring that. Or you are interested, sorry. That is okay. That is... I'm glad that there is more. I think being able to build on your story is always a good thing. But also, like... I don't know, man. I didn't read enough about the side stories. So, like, this heckin' stuff about space and all that. And, like, I don't know, bro. Like, there's a lot of things that are happening in the ARKNIGHTS world. I do definitely wish it was more digestible in the way that they presented it. Like, we have archives, right? I like space. Space is kind of cool. But, like, I don't know, man. I feel like this system, for example, could be a really good way to show off, like, more about the factions, right? So they wouldn't have to tell you about it in the story, right? I mean, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe there is a way to do this, right? But I don't think there is. And that's something that kind of frustrates me a little bit, right? Even Annihilation, right? Annihilation uses the map of the world, sort of, to an extent, right? I had a different button for this, right? I don't know. I remember this. I don't remember how to get there. Anyway, I usually just read the wiki. Yeah, right. Oh, here it is. Right here, you have like a bit of a world map, which could be useful, right? And I wish they used like this format to explain a little bit more about the world's happenings, right? And I think that would have been really helpful. The fact that they have to that they feel like they have to condense everything into the main story, I feel weakens the impact of the narrative. Right? You also have side stories, true, but then also in the side stories, they also have to shove a lot of like world building information. And I just feel like it's a bit of a waste, because I think stories should like story formats should be used to tell stories rather than explain the exposition, right? It's trying to be into so many things at the same time. It is a little bit, and like I don't blame it for that. I think good stories should be ambitious, right? And use making from the character's perspective would be fun. Yeah. That stories aren't that bad, to be honest. I don't think that they are bad, right? From the ones I have read anyway. They do seem to be a lot more condensed. But the point of it is that they still have to give you insight onto parts of the world that you haven't seen yet. Right? It is more character driven and it is a little bit less world driven. But you still have to explain like the context for it, alright? This thing CN players have also said, yeah. So I don't know. I do definitely think there are systems that ARKNIGHTS could explore more in order to like display things like information, right? Like I think the modules are a pretty good method for explaining. Hold on. There's gotta be a way to do this that I'm not smart enough to do. Oh yeah, no, this is a story button for that. I guess I have to go from one I've unlocked. Like Thorns, I've unlocked his module, right? I think it's kind of cool that they have this kind of story for the character. Although, he's also having other issues in and of themselves, because they're kind of obscure. And, like, it's kind of hard to understand them and read them. Anyway. If we can't chew and digest it properly. Yeah, right? It's like it's like shoving a whole apple in your mouth. Right? You're trying to like, it's like, oh, tower defense game, cool, and then the game just like I don't know, stuffs you like a pig and puts an apple in your mouth. They are trying not to be your average gacha game. I got in this game because they don't behave like other gacha games. Yeah, no, I think that's fine, and I think that's like frankly a good thing. Like there's a lot of gacha games that don't take themselves seriously, right? There's a lot of gacha games that are kind of like lax with their world. I find more about stuff. I like trying to digest everything. That is the case, and I think having that kind of method of storytelling would be a lot more accessible for most people. I didn't read some of the side stories because of that. Yeah. And so ARKNIGHTS does that gives it this identity. I agree. I think there's a lot of like very good there's a lot of very good ideas behind ARKNIGHTS, and I think that's what makes it very unique and what makes it very special, right? Like its world is very diverse. They explain a lot of things very in depth, right? I know some people commented online that the war, even though it was like kind of controversial for its storytelling, was rather realistic. And I double more sarcastic stories and Doc lore. I'm more interested in that. Yeah, and I think that's fine, right? How do I say? I think this is something sorry. I want to start glazing Genshin Impact. Which war? The Victorian War. Sorry, my bad. I think this is something Genshin Impact does decently well, I guess. Or like maybe in the past, I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna go from now, but you used to be able to like mostly digest different pieces of information in the way that you wanted to consume them, right? If you wanted to do a quest related to like Inazuma, you could do a quest related to Inazuma and you could get information about Inazuma. You could read books related to Inazuma, right? And in fact, Genshin Impact separates it well because it's open world, right? And I think ARKNIGHTS has a similar principle behind it, but because of its visual novel like restrictions, they have a little bit more trouble with that. It's also fascinating because they can trade stories and tell each other stories. That is also true, yeah. That is also true. But I also find, I don't know, I just find it hard to get into the characters a little bit more because they're kind of restricted. They're kind of region locked, you know? Characters are kind of region locked. And there's so many of them that it's kind of hard to follow many of them at all at once. So anyway, regardless, I think this is a very fascinating era for ARKNIGHTS' storytelling. And even though I haven't like gotten all of it, frankly I've probably gotten less than half of it, like with the story that they're trying to tell. It seems that there's a lot of really fascinating and deep information that's going to happen. What's the word I'm trying to use? I said words and I'm really not sure what I said in hindsight. It's not using songs because it's a visual novel. Yeah. I mean, okay, I will say I really think they should use the archive function well. Like I really think the archive function should be used more. Yeah. Sorry, what was I saying? Chapter 15 seems really good. I'm really liking the way that they brought up a priestess, the way that they make her seem so ominous from the onset, and they're slowly unraveling this mystery that we've been experiencing for the last 5 years. The way that they're doing it is very impressive, and I think it's very successful. It's just a little bit tied down that the game inherently has, or the problems that the game inherently has. So if they expanded the archive function, I'd actually spend hours reading lore. That's what I think too. They should really do something along those lines. I couldn't clear stage and read the story at the same time all the time. Yeah. That is kind of how it do be, huh? So anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. Stream is a little bit longer than I intended for it to be, but it's fine. I don't have really any plans anymore. I'll see you guys on Tuesday when we do some Silk Song. But after that, I'll see you if we can like pull out a little bit of time to finish the last bit of the story here, yeah. And hopefully that'll go out well for us. After that, I don't really have any gacha we gotta go through for a while, so I'm probably gonna do a couple of weeks of like one stream a week, so we'll see how that goes. And then we'll go back into other things like Zenless Zero, for example. So that's something that'll be exciting for us. So hope you guys look forward to it. Thank you guys for watching for so long. Thank you for staying with me all this time. I really appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. And I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Bye bye.